A service of KIBMradio.com, the Internet's home for an all old-time radio.
The Johnson Wax Program with Fibber, McGee, and Molly. Makers of Johnson's Wax and Johnson's Self-Polishing Glow Coat present Fibber, McGee, and Molly, written by Don Quinn, with music by the King's Men and Billy Mills Orchestra. The amount of money you make can change. The value of a rationing coupon can change, but there's one thing that never does vary. There are only 24 hours in every day. Nothing you or I can do will ever make it 25. Which brings me to an interesting letter we received last week from a woman in busy Detroit. This is the first fan letter I've ever written, she says, but when I consider all the time Johnson's Wax saves me, I just must write. Like nearly everybody else, I now do all my own housework and care for my 2-year-old son. For all its time saving, I say thank goodness for Johnson's Wax. And for such a nice letter, we say thank you very much to a busy mother in Michigan. Very true that Johnson's Wax is saving hours of work for women everywhere, besides helping them to take better care of the things they have. It's been claimed that the female of the species is more deadly than the male. But when the male man is a woman, well, here on Pins and Needles waiting for her arrival, we find Fibber, McGee, and Molly.
Oh, for goodness sakes, McGee, settle down.
Oh.
What are you expecting in the mail that's so important?
Now, you wait and see. It's something that might change the whole course of our lives.
Well, that appeals to me, too. So I will say, dearie, that life with you has never a dull moment.
Really? You don't just say that just because you admire me.
No, I just say that because I'd admire a dull moment now and then. With you, I never know what's going to happen next, so I always expect the worst.
Well.
And I'm rarely disappointed, in spite of the fact that I've lived through it, which is surprising when I come to think of it, which I try not to.
Well, just the same, did you ever stop to realize what a person could do if he knew exactly how to handle every situation as it come up?
Certainly. He'd go on information, please, and make a mug of Oscar Levant.
You don't get me.
I got you once. Do I have to keep doing it?
Oh, listen, Molly, this is serious. I'm expecting something in the mail that's going to make me rich and healthy and smart.
Heavenly days. Doesn't the government have enough criticism without you expecting miracles?
Okay, scoff if you want to. Be right. But this is important. What if something happened that I could look into the future and know exactly what was going to happen to us?
It'd be sickening. Don't we have enough trouble with what has happened? Who wants to peek into the future? Admitting for the sake of argument that you have one.
Well, for instance, suppose I had advanced knowledge that a certain stock was going to go up.
Yeah, you said you had that knowledge in 1929, and what happened? We were broke for 4 years.
Yeah, but there'd be no guesswork with this. I'd know. I could buy, say, amalgamated garbage can at 22, ride it up to 49 and sell out. Clean up $1 million in 2 days. I'd corner the market.
That reminds me. Run down to the corner market and get a can of beans. Take the ration book, dearie, and a loaded shotgun.
Molly, I gotta wait for the mail because I tell you I'm... Oh, boy, here she is now. Mark this day down on the calendar, Molly. From today on, we're a success.
You open the door, dearie. I can't do it with my fingers crossed.
That I will. Come in, sis. Come in. Hey, Molly, it's her, all right. It's the baguette.
So I see. Good morning, dear. Won't you sit down and rest your special delivery?
No, thank you, Mrs. I've got to keep going to get back to the post office. There's a hole in the bottom of my mail bag.
Really? The mail must go through.
Yes. That's our motto, Mr. McGee.
Huh? Oh. That's very good, sis. Very good. We almost made a joke. Well, what you got for us this morning?
Let me see what I have for you folks. Ah, yes. Here's that card from your Aunt Sarah, wishing you a happy George Washington's birthday. Remember?
Ah, never mind, Aunt Sarah. That skin-fisted old tight Flint.
Now, McGee, stop talking like that about Aunt Sarah. She's a very generous person.
Yeah, she'd give you the back off her shirt. Why, that old miser believes in reincarnation just so she can leave all her dough to herself. Come on, sis. Come on. What else you got for us? I'm expecting some very, very important mail.
Oh, stop trembling, McGee. Anybody think your life was at stake? And what I've seen of your life, it's a pretty tough state.
I'm afraid that's all I have for you this morning, Mr. McGee.
Oh.
But, no, here. You probably won't want this, though. It's just a circular.
Let's see it. Hey, this is what I've been waiting for. Oh, boy, now we're getting someplace. Thanks, sis. Remind me to put in a good word for you with the Department of Labor.
I work for the Post Office Department, Mr. McGee.
Well, what do you call that? Amusement?
You should be more polite with the mail girl, McGee. She has a hard job.
Put your career into affinity with the universe. Put your future into rhythm with the psychic forces.
McGee, I was speaking to you.
Huh? Oh, how do you do? Let the stars foretell what fate has in store for you, and put yourself in tune with the infinite. Your astral plane.
McGee.
Huh? Oh, hey, look what I got. From the You Can Be What You Want to Be Horoscope Company. There's a key to success in 25 pages of wisdom. Distilled from the ancient Egyptian system of astrology and perfected by modern methods of character analysis. And all for 27 cents. Including postage.
And just what did you get for your 27 cents, Taurus?
I ain't Taurus, I'm Scorpio. Taurus is the bull.
So is Scorpio, if you ask me.
Look what the envelope says. Your complete character analysis tells about my health, business, marriage, friends, lucky days, lucky numbers, when to plant corn. Did you say something?
Is it necessary?
When to go fishing, my 72-year life cycle and special forecast for every day of the year.
Well, what they do when your 72 years are up? Come and shoot you?
You wait. Now, let me see. Scorpio.
Wherefore art thou Scorpio? And when do you go to the store for a can of beans?
Don't say anything in my horoscope about going to the store. Now, let me see. December, January, February...
March.
Huh? Oh, okay. I'll get the beans. I'll be right back.
Wistful Vista, Molly McGee speaking. Who? Mr. McGee? No, he isn't here just now. May I take a message? Yes. Oh, an old schoolmate of Fibber's. Yes, I'll tell him. What was the name again? Stillwell? And the first name? Stuffy? Yes, I'll tell him you called Mr. Stuffwell. Yes, I'll tell him. Goodbye. That's funny. I don't remember McGee's mentioning anybody named Stuffy Stillwell. Still, it might have been an old pal of his.
Scorpio under the influence of Venus. Don't say anything about tomorrow. Well, here's your beans, Molly.
Thank you, dearie. What does your horoscope say about getting some meat for Sunday?
Nothing, but look what it says about today. It says March 16th will be a day of surprises for Scorpio. Hey, incidentally, what is a Scorpio?
Well, I think it's Latin for a scorpion, dearie.
Oh.
And a scorpion is a kind of a lizard or something.
I see. Does a Scorpio bite?
No, confidentially, it stings. Go on with the reading.
Okay. It says March 16th will see the payment to Scorpio of a long overdue debt by an old schoolmate. I don't know what that means. I can't think of any old schoolmates.
Oh, heavenly days. I almost forgot, McGee.
Huh?
An old schoolmate of yours called up while you were at the store.
What? He did? Who was it?
He said to tell you Stuffy Stillwell called.
Stuffy Stillwell. Well, how be it? Oh, Stuffy Stillwell. Now, there's a guy that
what?
I can't quite place. I wonder where I knew a Stuffy Stillwell. You remember him from school?
No, I don't. Maybe he was in your geometry class.
Oh, that's it. That's why I don't remember him. I never took geometry.
You know, maybe there's something to this astrology business after all, McGee. Your horoscope says an old schoolmate will pop up and pay a debt, and boom, up pops the old schoolmate.
Ain't it wonderful? What did he say?
Well, he didn't say. He just said to tell you he called.
Well, my gosh, I gotta find him. I can't make a liar out of my horoscope.
Maybe your horoscope gives his phone number, too. What else does it say?
Oh, let me see. No, it just says, be on your guard against a dark-haired, well-groomed man with a glib tongue and smooth manners. I wonder who said...
Hello, folks. Am I intruding?
No, not a bit, Mr. Wilcox. It's nice to see you.
Dark-haired, well-groomed, glib manner, smooth tongue. Well, what do you want, Junior? And watch your step. I'm on my guard.
What are you talking about?
Well, he just got his horoscope, Mr. Wilcox, and it says to beware of a dark-haired, well-groomed man.
Well, on second thought, Molly, I was wrong. I apologize, Junior. You're not well-groomed.
Why, McGee? He is, too.
He is not. Look at him. No sideburns. No spats. No cane. No carnation. Why, he looks like a tramp.
Well, I used to have sideburns, but they got too long, and I cut them off.
Oh, how long did they get, Mr. Wilcox?
Well, long enough so people began asking me why I had my hat tied on. What sign were you born under, Fibber? Leo?
No, Scorpio. What made you think I was Leo?
Well, Leo means lion.
I get it.
Scorpio is a wonderful sign under which to be born under, Junior. Listen to what the chart says about Scorpio.
Yes.
It says Scorpio natives are endowed with strength, discretion, ingenuity, and a kitty.
What was that last thing you're endowed with, chum?
And a kitty, see? Let's go right here. And a
McGee,
kitty.
that word, dearie, is tenacity.
Oh, well, I know that. I was given it the Egyptian pronunciation. All this astrology stuff comes from the Egyptians, you know.
Sure, their mummies done told them. Well, I'm sort of a believer in that stuff myself, folks.
Are you really, Mr. Wilcox?
Sure, let me show you. When did you buy your kitchen linoleum? In what month?
I got a suspicion that this is leading us into that certain thing, Junior. But we bought that linoleum in 1938, the end of January.
Does that prove anything?
Why, certainly it does. January 20th to February 19th is Aquarius, the water bearer.
That's right.
And how does linoleum bear water?
Uh-oh.
Because smart housewives protect it with Johnson's self-polishing glow coat. Keeps it from drying out, losing its color, and getting scuffed and scratched. Now, when did you buy your last container of glow coat, Molly?
Well, now, let me see. I don't remember, but we'll need some more at the end of the month.
1st of April. What's that?
That's Aries, the ram.
That's right.
Ruled by the planet Mars. And how do you protect linoleum against Mars and scratches and dust and dirt and damage? With Johnson's self-polishing glow coat, that's how. You see how it works out?
Well, what's the ram got to do with it?
The ram, that's simple. A ram is a male sheep.
That's right.
And wouldn't you feel sheepish if you kept on with the old-fashioned floor scrubbing? When you could use glow coat that shines as it dries in 20 minutes or less and gives you a lot less work and a lot more leisure?
Gee, I never realized there was so much to astrology.
Well, sure.
I'm going to live up to this every minute of the day. For instance, it says here, anyone who crosses a native of Scorpio on the morning of March 16th will run into difficulties. an accident will befall him.
You really believe that?
Oh, no. That's a lot of horse
It
feathers.
is not a lot of horse feathers.
Oh, it is, too. It's silly.
It is not silly, and you better look out, Wilcox. I'm a Scorpio, and you're crossing me. An accident will befall you.
Oh, now, McGee.
Oh, let him go, Molly. You can't argue with people who believe in that stuff. Well, I'll see you later, Scorpio.
McGee, you shouldn't be so gullible. After all, a two-bit horoscope. Good heavens, what was that?
I think Mr. Wilcox is studying the stars, Molly. They're telling him about that wobbly front step I've been meaning to fix. That'll learn him. That's what he gets for crossing the Scorpio. When my horoscope predicts, hey, but I gotta locate Stuffy Stillwell.
Wow.
Well, he'll be at the Ritz Vista Hotel.
That's a very expensive place. How do you know he'll be there?
Simple logic. He's an old schoolmate.
Yeah.
He owes me some dough. When I went to school, I never had much dough. Therefore, it was a small amount he owes me. Who likes to dish out their dough in small amounts? Rich people. And where do the rich people stay? At the Ritz Vista. And besides, it's the only hotel in town. Give me the phone.
McGee, sometimes I think you're almost as smart as you claim. Here.
Thanks. Hello, operator. Give me the Ritz Vista. Is that you, Mert?
Oh.
How's every little thing, Mert? Is it? What's that, Mert? Your grandmother? Came home plastered last night.
Oh, heavenly days. Her grandmother.
Yeah, she was knitting at the Red Cross and the ceiling fell in on them. Oh, that's tough, Mert. What's that, Mert? Oh, thanks. Hello, Ritz Vista Hotel? I want to talk to Mr. Stillwell. Huh? Well, tell him Mr. McGee called, will you? Thanks. Stuffy's gone out, Molly. You know, I think I remember him now.
I think I do, too. Stuffy Stillwell.
Yep.
He was the boy who broke his clavicle when he fell off his sled on Underwood Hill. Wasn't he?
That's the guy. That's the very guy. And you know what?
What?
I loaned him 37 cents once to pay a fine on some library books.
Yeah?
If he hadn't paid that fine, he couldn't have took out any more books.
Yeah.
Then he'd have flunked every course. Why, that guy owes his whole education to me. I put him through high school. No wonder he's grateful.
So you loaned him 37 cents, which put him through high school.
You betcha.
Why didn't you give him an even $50 and send him to college?
It would have been bad for his character. He'd have got so he depended on me. Would have been a dime here and a dime here and a dime there.
Well, you study your horoscope, Scorpio. I've got to get things ready for lunch.
Ah, there goes a good kid. I'm going to give her half of whatever old Stillwell gives me in his gratitude. Well, no, not half. I paid for the whole horoscope myself. Make it a third. Let's see, what's a third of $10,000? I can't divide that. Better make it a tenth. $1,000. Is she the lucky kid, though? I'll bet most guys wouldn't even... Hot dog. I'll bet that's old Stuffy now. Good old Stuffy. Come in.
Hi, mister.
Oh, it's you, is it? Well, come in, but don't bother me, sis. I got some studying to do. Just got my horoscope from the You Can Be What You Want to Be horoscope company.
Oh, see, have you got a horoscope, mister?
Yeah.
Can I host you at once? Can I, please? Can I, mister?
A horoscope isn't something you look through, sis. You're thinking of a telescope or a microscope or a periscope. A horoscope has to do with astrology.
Oh, what's astrology, mister?
Astrology, sis, is the science of forecasting events by the movements of the planets.
Oh, my mama was doing that all morning, mister.
Studying astrology?
No, moving planets.
Oh.
She moved her geranium planets off the back part, and she moved her tomato planets behind the garage, and moved her crocus
No.
planets.
Look, sis, you're all mixed up.
I know it.
By planets, I mean the stars in the sky, like the sun and the moon and the stars.
Oh.
You see, everybody's life is influenced by the stars. Everybody is born under some kind of a sign.
I know it. Mm-hmm. I had a puppy once, and he was born under a cigarette sign on the corner of 14th
You better run along now, sis. I got work to do, and besides, I'm expecting a guest.
Who?
Now, that is none of your affair. So scram.
Can I tell you a ripple before I go, mister?
You mean a riddle, sis? A ripple is a wrinkle on a river. What's the riddle?
Well, what is it that Russia and England and America and China have got that Hitler hasn't got?
What has America and England and Russia and China got that Hitler hasn't got?
Give up?
Yes.
So will Hitler. Promise.
The King's Men sing Irving Berlin's newest from This Is the Army. We don't like it.
Sheriff
Dr. Gebels is on the air today. Let's tune in and get Berlin and hear what he has to say. But the Russians push us back, we don't like it. In the winter they attack, we don't like it. Then they call us ruthless murderers, we didn't make a fuss. But now they're invading, they can't do that to us. Casablanca's full of Yanks, we don't like it. They got ships and planes and tanks, we don't like it. While we're winning as we should, Hitler speaks from das ist gut.
But when Hitler don't make speeches,
We don't like it.
when the RAF begins,
We don't like it.
when they fly above Berlin,
We don't like it. When they showered us with paper, why we didn't make a fuss. But bombs with explosives, they can't do that to us. Every cupboard here is bare.
we don't like it.
And we got no clothes to wear, we don't like it. Herman Goering had to speak in the same suit twice last week.
And when Goering can change costumes,
We don't like it. When the Germans troops retreat, we don't like it. When the Allied nations speak, we don't like it. They got soldiers who are not afraid of Heine, Fritz, or Gus. That's not how we planned it. They can't do that to us. In Japan, our hands are tied. We don't like it. Mussolini's on our side. We don't like it. We should take our rightful place, for we are the master race. But they... Right in our face. We don't like
Lunch will be ready, dearie. Better get washed up now.
Okay, but listen to this, will you? My horoscope says 5 presidents of the United States were Scorpio subjects.
Really?
Yeah, John Adams, James Gay Polk, James Garfield, and Theodore Roosevelt.
That's only 4.
I know, but I've been thinking of going into politics myself. There's a friend of mine, Fred Nitley from Starved Rock. Hey, I'll bet that's old Stuffy Stillwell. Let him in, Molly, let him in. Gee whiz, don't keep old Stuffy.
Oh, calm yourself, McGee. It's only Mrs. Uppington.
Oh, what does that old beanbag want?
I don't know, but aren't you forgetting your horoscope?
What do you mean?
Well, it says for you to be courteous and polite to everyone up until 12 o'clock noon, remember?
Oh, yeah.
And it's still 5 minutes to 12.
Oh, well, do me a favor and tell me when it's 12 o'clock, will you? Because...
Come in. Well, hello, Abigail Dodge.
How do you do, Mrs. McGee and Mr. McGee?
Good morning, Mrs. Uppington. A very good morning to you. You're looking very charming this morning. As the cream and sugar said to the spoon, won't you join us in a cup of coffee?
Thank you. Don't you, aren't you... Is anything wrong, Mr. McGee?
Oh, why no, my dear girl. Not a thing. Thank you for inquiring, however. What time is it, Molly?
4 minutes. 4 minutes to 12. If you mean his unusual politeness, Abigail, his horoscope advised it. He was born under the same sign as little Lord Fauntleroy.
Oh, how utterly fascinating. I used to be so interested in astrology, and I was going to the dearest Swami.
Swami, eh? You a pretty good swimmer, Uppy?
A Swami has nothing to do with swimming, dearie. A Swami is a man with a towel around his head who looks into the future.
Most guys I've seen with towels around their heads were moaning about the past. Do tell us more about it, won't you, Mrs. Uppington? I find it most interesting. What time is it, Molly?
2.5 minutes to 12, and don't overdo it, McGee. That phony smile shows more teeth than hay rake.
Oh, very amusing, my dear. But come, Mrs. Yu. I should like to hear some more of your experiences in occult affairs.
Well, it was extremely interesting, Mr. McGee. The Swami would look into his crystal.
I looked into a crystal just this morning.
Oh, what did it say?
8:30. What time is it now, Molly?
2 minutes to 12.
Oh, good heavens, I had no idea it was so late. I must be going. I have an appointment at the beauty parlor this noon.
Oh, don't go, Uppy. Gee whiz, not for a while yet, anyway. Stick around a couple of minutes.
Why, Mr. McGee, how charming of you to insist that I simply must be going, really.
1 minute and 45 seconds.
Oh, come on, Uppy. Sit down a while. I have so many things I want to say to you.
Can't you tell me later?
That's the only time he can tell you. 1 minute to 12.
Good gracious, only 1 minute to get to the beauty parlor. I must rush along. Good day, my dear. Goodbye, Mr. McGee.
All that dirty luck. Half a minute more and I could have opened up on the old wind.
Well, why, McGee? She hasn't done anything to you.
I know that, but she rubs me the wrong way.
You mean she ribs you the wrong way? Every time you get into an argument with her, she pins your ears back. And on you, it looks good.
Well, if she don't... Hey, I almost forgot. I got to find Stuffy Stillwell.
Seems to me you're getting awfully excited about a loan of 37 cents.
You think he's only going to pay me back 37 cents? You realize what the compound interest is on 37 cents for over 20 years? Why, it's around $10,000.
How do you know?
It's just a rough estimate. Might be more for all I know. But when a rich millionaire like Stuffy Stillwell decides to come...
Come in.
Does Mr. Fibber McGee live here? I am Mr. Stillwell.
Well, I'll be a good old Stuffy Stillwell. Stuffy, old man, come right in. Long time no see.
The same old McGee, still coining phrases. And my goodness, isn't this little Molly Driscoll?
Molly Driscoll as was, Mr. Stillwell. Molly McGee, now won't you sit down?
Sure. Sit down. Let's talk over old school days, eh? Remember the time I loaned you that 37 cents to pay your fine at the library?
No, I don't remember that.
What?
You don't? Well, then why? I mean, my horoscope says you... Well, you sure look like you've done all right in the world, Stuffy, old man. Have much of an income tax this year?
Don't be so subtle, McGee. You know, Mr. Stillwell, it's a funny thing, but Fibber's horoscope told him an old school chum would show up today and repay an old debt. Isn't that strange?
Oh, I don't know. That's exactly what I came for, Molly.
Forget it, Stillwell, old man. Shucks, what's 37 cents? What if it did let you complete your education so you could go on out in the world and get rich? What if it was the turning point in your life? Gee whiz, I'm proud to be responsible for your success.
I don't remember any 37 cents, McGee. All I can remember is the time I was sliding down Underwood's Hill on my sled, and you hit me with a snowball and knocked me off the sled, and I broke my collarbone.
I told you it was his clavicle, McGee.
And I was laid up for 2 months.
Yeah?
And I swore if I ever caught up with you, McGee, I'd pay you back for that. Now, here you are.
Oh, heavenly day.
If he wants to make anything of this, Molly, he can see me at my office in New York. I am president of the You Can Be What You Want to Be Horoscope Company.
Spare parts for all your electrical and mechanical gadgets around the house are going to be still harder to get as time goes on. Very sound advice we're getting from all sides to take extra good care of our toasters, vacuum cleaners, refrigerators. And while we're out there in the kitchen, let's not forget the floor covering. You can make your linoleum floors last 6 to 10 times longer by protecting them regularly with Johnson's self-polishing Glow Coat. That's a great big dividend when you consider that Glow Coat is so easy to use because it shines as it dries without rubbing or buffing. It protects linoleum against wear and dirt, revives faded colors. And glow-coated floors are easy to keep clean because spilled things are wiped up in a jiffy. If you have children and a Cocker Spaniel running around the house, you'll be especially grateful for the cleanliness and the labor savings made possible by the regular use of Johnson's self-polishing Glow Coat.
Does your jaw still hurt, dearie?
No, not so bad. That guy sure packed a wallop, don't he?
Yes, and while you were still unconscious, he came back and left 37 cents for you.
What, no interest?
He said that he really intended to kill you, but he saw your elk tooth and realized you were out of season.
Okay. Good night.
Good night, Al.
This is Harlow Wilcox speaking for the makers of Johnson White Finishes for Home and Industry, inviting you all to join us again next Tuesday night. Good night. This program came to you from Hollywood. This is the National Broadcasting Company.
Kraft presents The Great Gildersleeve. Cheese Company will also bring you Bing Crosby every Thursday night, present each week at this time Harold Perry as The Great Gildersleeve, written by John Whedon and Sam Moore. We'll hear from The Great Gildersleeve in just a moment. But first, have you homemakers learned how to stretch red ration stamps? Well, it's an art in itself, but a simple one if you use products like Pabstet, the delicious, nourishing cheese food. For Pabstet is inexpensive. It costs only a few cents and just 3 red ration points per package. And it's a wonderfully good-tasting extender for a host of plain but satisfying foods. One good example of the way Pabstet turns an ordinary dish into a real family treat is macaroni with Pabstet. Or serve it melted into a smooth cheese sauce with leftovers of meat or fish or vegetables. And see how that unique cheddar cheese flavor satisfies family appetites. Yes, Pabstet melts and toasts and slices in a variety of tempting ways. And every way you serve it, you're helping to supply many milk nutrients your family needs. Milk protein, milk minerals, food energy, vitamin A, and vitamin G that's also called riboflavin. Ask your dealer for Pabstet, the delicious, highly digestible cheese food. Pabstet is an economical red stamp value. Now for the Great Gildersleeve. Gildersleeve has a problem, and the problem is his nephew Leroy. There have been signs of trouble, a certain lack of respect at times, complaints now and then from the neighbors, and then suddenly...
Hey, you!
The time has come to face it.
Look here, Gildersleeve. This time I caught him.
Ouch!
Hooker, I thought I told you never to darken my door.
I didn't come here to darken your door, Gildersleeve. I've come here as a representative of the law.
Let go. I didn't mean to do it. Piggy dared me.
Unhand the boy, Hooker. He's my nephew, and I'll handle this.
I'll see that you do, because the law has ways of dealing with vandalism, you know.
Vandalism? It was nothing but a boy's prank.
Yeah, that's right. It was just a boy's prank.
Quiet, you.
In my opinion, Gildersleeve, you're nurturing a first-class case of juvenile delinquency there.
Yeah, that's all it was. Just juvenile delinquency.
Quiet, you.
And it's no wonder. Anybody who goes tearing around the way you do, backing into people and smashing their cars...
That's neither here nor there, and I did not back into you. And don't try to take it out on the boy. I'll pay for the broken window, Hooker. When it comes to the care and feeding of children, I don't need any advice from you.
You owe me a buffer.
You owe me a fender. Good day.
That's telling him, Unc. Boy, you certainly told him.
Young man, come into my study.
But, Unc, I didn't mean to do it. Piggy dared me. He made me do it, honest. It was nothing but a boyish prank, Unc, like you said.
Close the door. Now.
Yes, sir.
You know what happens to boys who go around destroying property? Do you?
Yes, sir. I mean, no, sir.
They start out with little things like this, and they go from bad to worse. They start hanging around drugstores. They fall into bad company. The first thing you know, they're smoking cigarettes.
Oh, I wouldn't ever smoke, Unc.
I hope not. But that's only the beginning.
Piggy tried to get me to once, but I wouldn't. I told him it wouldn't be right.
I'm glad to hear it, because once you...
Smoking's bad for you. It stunts your growth.
That's right. It's very bad.
Then why do you smoke, Unc?
We're not talking about me, Leroy. We're talking about you.
Yes, sir.
I'm trying to impress upon you, Leroy, the seriousness of what you've done. A broken window may seem a small thing in itself, but it could be the first step in a life of crime.
You're right, Unc. I'm sorry. I'll try to do better.
Well, I certainly hope you will, my boy.
Guess I'm just no good.
Oh, well, I guess we're both a little to blame.
That's right.
You don't have to agree with me. But I realize now I haven't spent as much time with you as perhaps I should. You know, I think we ought to try to get to understand each other a little bit, Leroy, don't you?
How do you mean, Unc?
Well, I mean, do things together, read things together, go places together.
Go where?
Well, I don't know. We might go on hikes together.
You mean it?
Would you like that?
Can Piggy go?
Piggy? Well, I guess so, if it's all right with his mother.
Oh, boy, wait till I tell him.
Yeah, wait a minute. I didn't say right this minute.
Pack a lunch, Bertie. Unc, Piggy, and I are going on a hike. Yay!
I guess we're going on a hike.
Aren't we, Piggy? Oh, boy, we sure are. Let's go, Unc.
Wait a minute. Bertie, how many hard-boiled eggs did you put in the lunch basket?
6, Mr. Gildersleeve.
6? Let me see. There's Leroy and Piggy and myself.
Yes, sir. 1 egg for each of the boys and 4 for you.
Oh, that's how it goes, huh? Well, I guess that's all right.
Can we start now, Unc?
Yeah.
Oh, boy, come on, Piggy.
Yeah, wait a minute. there's one thing that must be understood clearly before we leave. Leroy?
Yes, sir?
Piggy?
Yes, Mr. Gildersleeve?
We're going on this hike as if we were all in the Army.
Did you rent a Jeep?
Don't be smart, young man, and don't you encourage him, Piggy. We're going to run this hike along military lines, and I'm going to be the commanding officer. You boys are the men in my squad. Now tell me, Piggy, what's the first thing a man learns in the Army?
How to make his bed.
No. Leroy, what's the first thing a man learns in the Army?
How to spit through his teeth.
Young man, this hike can stop right here.
Oh, gee, please, I'm sorry.
Well, all right. The first thing you learn in the Army is to obey orders. When I give an order on this hike, I want it obeyed. And I want it obeyed promptly without an argument. Is that clear?
Yes, Mr. Gildersleeve. I get it.
All right, then we can start. Forward! Oh, for heaven's sake. Oh, hello, Leela. We were just going off for a little hike, trying to get Leroy interested in nature.
Well, now, that's just the thing. My sister's little boy, Michael, is with me for the day, and I know he'd just love to go on the hike with you, wouldn't you, Michael?
I'm perfectly willing to go, Aunt Leela, if you think best.
Oh, for corn's sake.
Leroy, well, we'd be glad to take Michael, Leela, but don't you think he's a little young for a long hike? We're going up to Shroom Point, and that's quite a long way.
Yeah, it's a heck of a long ways, Mrs. Ransom. I almost get tired myself going there.
Oh, boy, me too.
Oh, well, I won't worry about that. I'm sure you boys will be able to figure out some way to take care of little Michael if he gets too worn out. Can't you, Throckmorton?
Well,
I knew it. Now, you boys just go on and hike your heads off, you hear? Michael, be sure and have a nice time, and don't strain yourself, and don't forget to thank Mr. Gildersleeve and the boys when you get home. Goodbye, everybody. Bon voyage.
But Leela... Michael. Well, forward, march. Here's a beautiful spot, fellas. Suppose we stop for a minute and give some of our soldiers a chance to rest. I imagine you're a little tired, aren't you, Piggy?
I should say not, Mr. Gildersleeve. Well, I'm as fresh as a daisy.
Daisy. Well, I'm sure the other boys are tired, the way we've been tearing along. Leroy?
Heck no, there's nothing the matter with me.
I was hoping you older boys be more thoughtful and give little Michael a chance to get his breath.
Oh, don't be ridiculous, Mr. Gildersleeve. I'm not a bit winded. You see, Aunt, we don't have to stop now. Nobody's tired.
Nevertheless, as your commanding officer, I order a halt. You're all tired, only you don't realize it.
But gosh, Aunt.
Leroy, you heard my order. Possibly this would be a good time to have lunch, too.
Lunch now, Mr. Gildersleeve? It's only 11 o'clock.
11, Piggy? Oh, so it is. I would have guessed around 1:30. But there's an old saying, an army travels on its stomach. That's what we got to do.
I'd like to watch you.
Never mind.
Please, Unc. There's a place just a little ways ahead that's swell for lunch. It has a brook.
A brook? Oh, that sounds nice. Is that what you other boys would like, too?
Oh, boy, me for the brook. Yes, by all means.
Well, all right. We'll go on to the brook. Forward! Oh, Leroy.
Yeah?
How far is it to the brook?
About 2 miles.
Forward, march. Leroy! Oh, Leroy!
What is it, Aunt?
I don't want you boys to get too far ahead of me. I'm responsible for your safety, you know.
We can't help getting ahead of you, Aunt. You keep sitting down all the time.
Well, my feet are bothering me. Another thing, Leroy. We've gone a lot more than 2 miles, and I haven't seen anything that looks like a brook.
We'll be there soon, Aunt.
Well, I can't wait. I'm worried about little Michael. Yeah, we better stop here and eat.
Oh.
Leroy, that's an order. We'll sit right down here in this rock and divide up the... Oh, my goodness.
What's the matter, Aunt? You didn't lose the basket. Oh, boy, if he lost that basket.
Take it easy, Piggy. I just remembered. There are 4 of us, and Bertie fixed lunch for 3.
Gosh. Nuts. Awkward, isn't it?
Yeah, awkward. What are we going to do?
Well, I don't like to say anything, Aunt, but he's your fiancé's nephew.
Yes, he's going to be your cousin, Leroy. And we'll all share and share alike. Now, who doesn't like ham? Who doesn't like jelly? Is there anybody here who doesn't like hard-boiled eggs? Well, eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Gee, I'm hungry, Mr. Gildersleeve. So am I, Unc. Me too.
Listen, I'm hungrier than all of you put together. Well, what can we do about it?
Yeah, what can we... Say, Unc, I just remembered something. There's a little country store right up this road where we could get something to eat.
There is? How far is it, Leroy?
Only about half a mile.
Half a mile. Well, forward march.
Oh, gosh, Unc, now that we've eaten, do we have to sit here for the rest of the day?
My feet are killing me, Leroy. Besides, we haven't had any nature study on this whole hike. Yes, we'll have it now.
Nature study?
Oh, it's very valuable for any boy. Now, for instance, this tree we're sitting under. I doubt if any of you boys know what it is.
Oh!
Yeah. Oh. Quite right. Let's see. That one over there.
Maple!
You sure it isn't an elm?
Oh, no, Mr. Gildersleeve. The elm is unmistakable on account of its serrated leaves.
Yes, serrated? Oh. Where did you learn that, Michael?
I had a special course in nature study at camp last summer.
Oh, well, that takes care of the botany. Let me see now. There must be some more nature around here someplace. Is that? By George, it is.
What is it, Unc?
One of nature's masterpieces, boys. An oriole's nest.
Where?
Right there. That long gray thing. He has to stand on his head to make it.
Are you sure that's an oriole's nest, Mr. Gildersleeve? It looks like Vestas crepitans to me.
Nonsense, my boy. I'll show you the little baby orioles if you'll all be quiet. Now, if I grab this branch...
I'll jump for it, Unc. Here.
Now, quiet, everybody, so you won't scare the itty-bitty birdies. Can't seem to find the opening in this nest.
I'm sure that's a Vestas crepitans, Mr. Gildersleeve. Do you know what that is?
Oh, of course I do. And this is nothing like it, Michael. I'll show you. Hey, what the dickens is a Vestas crepitans?
A hornet!
Oh, forward march!
The Great Gildersleeve will be with us again in a few seconds. Meanwhile, perhaps you remember the advice in the old saying, waste not, want not. It certainly applies these days. And that's the reason, I suppose, that so many smart homemakers are economizing with red ration points and cash by planning menus ahead, and are so ingeniously putting every bit of food to work so that nothing is wasted. One especially useful trick of practical magic that'll make leftovers really sing is to combine them with Pabstet, the delicious golden cheese food. For Pabstet melts and toasts and slices to perfection, and the whole family will go for its grand cheddar cheese flavor. What's more, Pabstet is a fine source of valuable milk nutrients, and it's highly digestible. Of importance, too, it costs only a few cents per package and just 3 red ration points. Now, your dealer may not have Pabstet the very first time you ask for it because so much dairy food is going to war. But everything is being done to keep dealers supplied. So watch for Pabstet, P-A-B-S-T-E-T-T, Pabstet, the delicious, nourishing cheese food. Now let's get back to the Great Gildersleeve, or what's left of him. He's had a good supper, and we find him now entering his den, his shoes in his hand, preparing to relax on the couch. But what's this he sees?
So, Leroy?
What's the matter, Ron?
This junk, young man. I believe I've mentioned before that I do not like to find these confounded little comic books all over my desk.
Hey, don't throw those away. They're valuable.
Don't be silly. They're nothing but trash.
No, they're not, Unc. You ought to read one.
I've got no time for such stuff.
Oh, be fair, Unc. I did what you wanted to do. I went on a hike.
Oh, thanks very much. My feet are killing me right now. Well, I suppose I should be open-minded, Leroy. And what's this one here? Is this a good one? Captain Wonderman.
Is it? He's so good he's on the radio every night. In about 5 minutes he'll be on.
Never mind. Now, what's it about?
Oh, gee, Unc, this is the best comic there is. Captain Wonderman is the strongest man in the world. He has secret muscles.
Huh?
Yeah, here. Look at the story of Captain Wonderman and the Nazi saboteurs.
Where does it begin?
Well, here. You see, this kid, Jackie Crumb, is a newsboy, and all of a sudden this Nazi spy grabs him, Dr. Von Denk.
Why?
Well, because he thinks Jackie knows something about Captain Wonder Man.
Well, does he?
Does he? Jackie Crumb is Captain Wonder Man.
Yes,
You begin to like it now, Unc?
not yet.
Oh, you will. But that's a secret about Jackie being Wonder Man. Nobody knows it but bona fide members of the club.
What club?
The Captain Wonder Man Club. You send 10 cents.
Never mind. I don't have to join the club. What happened to the newsboy?
Well, as soon as he's tied up, he's helpless unless he changes himself to Captain Wonder Man.
How does he do that?
That's another secret. Nobody knows but the club members.
How many members are there?
20 million.
None of them would tell?
Oh, no. You have to send 10 cents.
No, I'll join no club.
What? Well, then I'll tell you. Jackie says the mystic word, Alakazam.
Alakazam?
Alakazam. And then he becomes the strongest man in the world and the most patriotic. Look at him.
I see him. Why does he wear a cape?
The members know. They send 10
Never
cents.
mind the 10 cents. Leroy, I forbid you to read any more of this junk. And if I find of it lying around, I'll burn it.
Gosh, Unc, don't you want me to learn to read?
Not in order to read drivel about muscle-bound men with capes. And get away from that radio. Learn to read from something good, Leroy. Here, I'll find you something up here.
The makers of Toasted Popsies present Captain Wonderman.
Leroy! Oh! Turn off that radio. Turn it off, I say. I told you, young man, I'm trying to find something decent for you to read. Captain Wonderman. Now be quiet for a minute.
Okay, looking for something, Uncle Mort?
Yes, I'm looking for a book.
What one?
Oh, I don't know, a good book. Looking for something to read to Leroy.
Well, here's David Copperfield.
No, I tried to read that.
Oh, here's a wonderful book. I've always just loved this one.
Oh?
What is it?
Little Women.
Is she kidding?
Don't sneer at Little Women, my boy. My mother read it to me when I was younger than you are. It's a wonderful book.
Oh, I love it. I just love it. I've read it so many times I almost know it by heart. Please, Uncle Mort, read us Little Women.
Oh, why don't you read it, my dear? I'm tired. I'll just stretch out here on the couch while you read, huh?
Well, if you want me to.
Now, make yourself comfortable, Leroy, because I want you to sit still and listen to this.
Okay. Well, there's no use really starting it tonight, so I'd just like to read you my favorite part. Do you mind?
No, go ahead, my dear.
It's where Beth dies. You see, it's about all these sisters, Leroy, and one is Jo. She's sort of a tomboy. That's the one I always wanted to be. And then there's Beth. She isn't very strong. Well, I'll read it to you.
All right.
The pleasantest room in the house was set apart for Beth, and in it was gathered everything that she most loved. Flowers, pictures, her piano, the little work table, and the beloved kitten. Father's best books found their way there, Mother's easy chair, Joe's desk, Amy's finest sketches. And every day Meg brought her babies on a loving pilgrimage to make sunshine for Auntie Beth. John quietly set apart a little sum that he might enjoy the pleasure of keeping the invalid supplied with the fruit she loved and longed for. Old Hannah never wearied of concocting dainty dishes to tempt a capricious appetite, dropping tears as she worked. And from across the sea came little gifts and cheerful letters, seeming to bring breaths of warmth and fragrance from lands that knew no winter. Here, cherished like a household saint in its shrine, sat Beth, tranquil and busy as ever. But nothing could change the sweet, unselfish nature. And even while preparing to leave life, she tried to make it happier for those who should remain behind. I'm sorry.
Marge.
I'm sorry, but it always gets me.
Oh, here, give it to me, my dear. I'll go on with it. Where are we now? Oh, yes. Joe never left her for an hour since Beth had said, "I feel stronger when you're here." She slept on a couch in the room, waking often to renew the fire, to feed, lift, or wait upon the patient creature who seldom asked for anything and tried not to be a trouble. Often when she woke, Joe found Beth reading in her well-worn little book, heard her singing softly to beguile the sleepless night, or saw her lean her face upon her hands, while slow tears dropped through her transparent fingers.
Unc, what's the matter?
But it's so sad, Leroy.
I think if you don't mind, I'll go for a little walk.
Walk?
Yes. I need the exercise.
Hello, Mr. Gildersleeve. Just about to close up there. How are you today?
On my last legs, Peavy. Have you got anything you can recommend for sore feet?
Sore feet? You've been having a little trouble?
Yes. The kids walked me away out to Shroon Point and back, and my feet are killing me. I'd like to know what's good for them.
Mr. Gildersleeve, have you tried sitting down?
Peavy, this is no joke.
Well, I believe I have got a preparation here. Pretty good, too. I often use it myself after a hard day. So does Mrs. Peavy.
Oh? Well, let's have a look at it.
Just a minute. I can get my other glasses on here.
Yeah?
Oh, yes. It goes under the name of Kogan's Foot Balm. Nice for the feet. It says here, prepare a tub of hot water, pouring contents of bottle, so on, so on.
Would you mind if I looked at it?
Immerse aching members. You stick your feet in it. Bottle sells for 15 cents.
You say you tried this thing yourself?
Oh, yeah, so has Mrs. Peavy. In fact, we sometimes spend an evening that way.
In the same tub?
Well, we use the wash boiler. It works out nicely, too. We pull up 2 chairs, and she sits at one end, and I sit at the other.
Well, sounds very clubby.
Sometimes we even work in a game of Chinese checkers.
You could have a nice game of footy-footy there, too. Well, I'll take a chance on the stuff, Peavy.
Well, you're taking no chances, Mr. Gildersleeve. They're not exaggerating when they say on the bottle that this balm is the key to true foot joy. One treatment with this, and you'll come out feeling like a regular Captain Wonderman.
Captain Wonderman. Don't tell me you waste your time on those comics.
Well, I guess I carry as complete a stock of them as anybody in town.
So this is where they come from. Peavy, you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
If you ask me, they're a lot of trash. There's absolutely nothing in them.
Well, I wouldn't say that either. Have you ever looked at one carefully?
No, but I hear all I want to from Leroy about them.
Yeah, it's just possible that Leroy has overlooked something. Have you ever examined the young ladies in these drawings?
The young ladies?
I'll show you. I usually happen to have a copy under the counter here. On page 13, you will find the tasty item. There. Quite, don't you think so?
Well, I'm beginning to see your point.
Laura, her name is.
Laura?
Lady Laura. That's Captain Wonderman's lady friend.
Oh.
You'll find others, too. Care to take a copy along?
No, Peavy. I'm really not interested. I've got to be getting along with this thing. Dog tired. Got to get home and get some sleep.
Well, good night, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Good night, Peavy.
Alakazam.
Alakazam.
Mr. Gildersleeve, I got the wash ball already. You fixing to get in hot water again?
Yes. Very good, Bertie.
Uncle Mort, you're not starting anything now. Why, it's bedtime.
Don't you worry about me. I'll just take my shoes off and soak my tootsies for a while, and I'll be right up to bed.
I guess I'll go along then if you don't mind. Good night.
Yeah, good night, my dear. Good night, Bertie.
Good night, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Let's see now. Water seems about right. Well, we'll put Peavy's magic potion in it now. And I'll pull up a chair. Nice and comfy. Hi, George. I haven't gone wading since I was a kid. Nice and warm and relaxing. I don't know if I can hold out, though. Hope Peavy was right. Alakazam. Alakazam.
The makers of Toasted Popsies present Captain Gildersleeve.
Captain Gildersleeve! Captain Gildersleeve!
Don't disturb me now, Junior. I'm conducting an experiment which, if successful, will bring to naught all the plans of the Axis.
But Captain Gildersleeve, it's Lady Laura. Even now she is being held captive in an ancient temple on a deserted island by your old enemy.
Dr. Von Hooker. There's not a moment to lose. Alakazam.
Just think. Here we are flying over the Pacific at twice the speed of light with nothing but our superhuman powers to support us.
We got a nice day for it, too.
Look, there's Lady Laura, bound hand and foot.
Where, Junior?
Right ahead there, about 1,750 miles.
Your eyes are better than mine. And if you're right, there's not a moment to lose. Alakazam! Oh! Almost knocked my superhuman wind out. Here's Lady Laura, bound and gagged. But if you work it only a moment to free her, there.
Why, Captain Gildersleeve! I declare you're just so strong.
Strongest mortal on earth.
Don't move a muscle, Gildersleeve.
With my X-ray nose, I smell an old goat. So, we meet again, Von Hooker.
I have you surrounded. There's a machine gun in every nook and cranny. When I give the order...
Oh, what can we do, Captain?
Have no fear. I've got not a worse scrapes than this, though I can't remember when.
I shall count 10. 1.
All I have to do is say the magic word.
2.
Oh, for goodness sake, say it.
3.
Skillaboot. Oh, no, that's not it.
4.
I can't remember. Junior, where is that boy?
5.
Hocus pocus. Darn it, I can't remember the word.
6.
Think, Captain, think.
How can I think with him standing there counting?
7.
Razzmatazz. No.
8.
Rumpelstiltskin. Walla Walla.
You're cold. 9.
I can't remember the confounded word. We'll have to run for it, Laura. Oh.
Wake up! What's going on down here? Oh, my goodness, look at my kitchen.
Look at my pants.
Oh, what happened? I fell asleep and kicked over the wash boiler.
Oh, I had the most horrible dream.
What was it? What were you dreaming about?
Yes, what in the world were you dreaming about?
Why, Little Women. Good night, everybody.
Music on this program was under the direction of Claude Sweeten. This is Ken Carpenter speaking for the Kraft Cheese Company and inviting you to listen in again next week for the further adventures of the Great Gildersleeve.
I guess you'll agree that it's not only smart to be thrifty these wartime days, but it's absolutely necessary if you want to keep your two food budgets under control. That's a mighty good reason why you should know about Parquet, the quality margarine made by Kraft. For Parquet margarine costs a little cash and just 5 red ration points per pound. But economy is only one reason why Parquet is popular the country over. People everywhere like its delicate, appetizing flavor for many uses. You see, Parquet is a grand-tasting spread for bread and a delicious seasoning for hot vegetables. It's a real flavor-shortening for baking and just about perfect for pan frying. Parquet is a real energy food, too, and contains vitamin A. If your dealer doesn't have it the first time you ask, it's due to wartime shortages and the fact that Parquet's popularity is growing very fast. But Kraft is doing everything possible to keep dealers supplied. So watch for Parquet, P-A-R-K-A-Y, Parquet margarine made by Kraft. This program came to you from Hollywood. This is the National Broadcasting Company.
makers of Johnson's Wax and Johnson's Self-Polishing Glow Coat present Fibber, McGee, and Molly, written by Don Quinn, with music by the King's Men and Billy Mills Orchestra. This morning, bright and early, I had an idea. Oh, yes, I have ideas once in a while. Why not start a special little department here on the show? Call it the Department of New or Unusual Uses for Johnson's Wax. I could even ask you people to write in and tell me about new uses you've discovered for wax. And maybe we'll read them on future programs. Isn't that a good idea? For one thing, we may all get some very timely suggestions, either for saving work or protecting our things. I could start off this Department of New Uses with a letter that came in the other day from a woman in Illinois. Here it is. I always wax my oilcloth tabletops and pantry shelves. I wonder how many other women have discovered this new use for your wonderful Johnson's Wax. It keeps the oilcloth glistening, easy to clean, makes it last longer, and the dishes don't stick to the cloth. Yes, sir, folks, that's just one of the 100 extra uses for Johnson's Wax. For protecting, beautifying, taking better care of the things you have. It's a strange and wonderful thing that in times of great national emergency, some born leader always arises to lead his people to victory. In England, there's Churchill. In America, there's Roosevelt. In Russia, there's Stalin. In China, there's Chiang Kai-shek. And in Wistful Vista, during the Red Cross drive, there's... well, wouldn't you just know it? And here he is as we meet Fibber, McGee, and Molly.
So you've been appointed to collect funds for the American Red Cross, have you?
Couldn't turn them down.
When do you have to go to Washington?
Oh, I won't have to go to Washington. It's too crowded. I couldn't do my best work there. They say they got people sleeping on billiard tables down there.
What's another 7 hours behind the 8 ball to you anyway?
Oh, anyway, I'm not exactly the national collector for the Red Cross.
Oh, just for this state, huh?
Well, no, not exactly for the whole state. You see,
Just for Wistful Vista?
Well, practically, yes. I'm in charge of this neighborhood. Or, to be strictly accurate, of this street.
Oh. The whole street?
No, just this side of the street.
Well, heavenly days, even that's a responsibility. The whole of one side of the street.
Oh, it ain't exactly the whole side of the street. It's just this end of this side of the street.
Your territory's getting more exclusive by the minute, dearie. You sure you're not just in charge of the last 4 feet of the east side of our coal cellar?
No, sir. I got the responsibility of collecting funds for this whole end of the street. My quota is $50.
$50? Isn't that a lot?
$50 is just a drip in the sink. You realize that the Red Cross has already turned out 520 million surgical dressings? Did you know that the Red Cross operates 150 service clubs and recreation centers for the guys overseas? Do you realize...
Wait a minute, dearie. You don't have to sell me the Red Cross.
Oh.
What I want to know is, who appointed you?
Well, you see, it was a kind of a volunteer thing. They were all...
Who appointed you?
Well, frankly, it boiled down to a choice.
Who appointed you?
I did.
Who set the quota at $50?
I did, and I'll collect it, too. And if anybody comes to this house today without kicking in some dough, I ain't the salesman I think I am.
All right. You don't have to stick your chin out at me. It's a wonderful idea, and I'll help you. How much does the Red Cross need in all?
$125 million.
Well, you may have a hard time collecting money for anything just after people have turned their pockets inside out to pay income taxes, McGee.
This ain't a matter of reaching into your pocket. This is a matter of reaching into your heart. You pay taxes on a percentage of your income to support the government. You give to the Red Cross on a percentage of your belief in humanity. Excuse me if I sound a little drippy, but that's how I feel about it.
Well, you know, in that case, I think 50 is too low a quota.
Okay, I'll double it. I'll make it $100.
Good.
And if I don't collect it, I'll write my personal check for the difference.
Oh, sure. Give them your check in a fielder's club.
Huh?
Maybe can catch it on the third bounce.
Don't worry, the bank knows me.
They should. You worn out one of their rubber stamps. You know, the one that says, "We regret to inform you that..."
You know how bankers are. They've been peeking through those brass bars so long, they got a very narrow outlook. You know why old McDonald down at the Third National has to start wearing sports shirts?
No.
Because shaking his head no all day in a high collar, he was sawing his head off. As a friend of mine, old Fred Nittany of Starved Rock, Illinois, used to say, he says to me...
Come in. Well, for goodness sakes, if it isn't Abigail Uppington.
How do you do, Mrs. McGee and Miss McGee?
Hi, Uppy. Fling your frame on a chair and save a third of coupon 17. I was just talking about you.
You were?
Yes, sir. I was just saying. Now, you take Uppy, I says. Now, there's a gal that's as open-handed as they come. Always ready to toss a buck on the drum for a good cause. As warm-hearted as a hot hamburger and as generous as the day is long in the Arctic Circle.
How much do you want? And for what?
You have the subtle approach of a 20-mule team crossing a wooden bridge, McGee.
Okay.
Well, it's about the Red Cross War Fund, Abigail. McGee is collecting for it.
I've set a quota of $100 for this end of the street, Uppy, and it's a darn good cause.
How much do you want to give, Abigail?
Well, nothing at the moment, my dear.
What do you mean?
No, I sent him a large check yesterday morning.
Oh, my gosh, and I was counting on you, Uppy. Hey, you got any sporting blood, kid?
Now what, McGee?
Ever see a pair of these before, Uppy?
Why, what interesting little objects, Mr. McGee. Made of ivory, are they not?
Yeah.
They're called dice, Abigail. Otherwise known as Memphis marbles, Birmingham dominoes, and gutter golf balls.
You play a game with them called craps, Uppy. What do you say we try it? Oh, say for a nominal sum. The winnings to be donated to the Red Cross. What do you say, kid?
Oh, McGee, now don't take advantage of Abigail's ignorance.
Oh, my dear, I should love to try it. What does one do with the juice?
Dice, Uppy. Dice.
Oh, but there are two of them, Mr. McGee. Dice singular, juice plural.
Well, they're still dice, Abigail. And it's singular what people can do with them, plural. Sure, McGee.
Now, look, Uppy, you shake them in your hand like this, you see? Mm-hmm. Then you throw them out and try to throw a 7. But if the dots on top add up to, say, 8, why, that's your point. You got to throw them again and try to make an 8, see? If you get a 7 before you make your point, you lose. Otherwise, you keep trying for the 8 till you get the 8.
Oh, sounds ridiculously easy, Mr. McGee.
Famous last words.
Well, you got the right spirit, Uppy. And whatever I win, I'll give to the Red Cross. How much you want to play for?
Well, you said some nominal sum. Let's say $20.
Wow.
That isn't nominal. That's phenomenal.
Well, $20 it is, Uppy. Now, you take the dice. Here. No, not in the palm of your hand, not between your thumb and forefinger. $20 on the carpet, and I'll cover it. You kneel down and roll them out. Go ahead.
My, this is fun, isn't it, really? I should warn you, Mr. McGee, I was very good at playing jacks when I was a girl. Ready?
Ready.
Shoot 'em.
Come on, babies. Talk to Mama. Come on, a 4 and a tray, and we're here all day.
Emily.
A 5 and a 2 calls a really do. Heaven it is. Cover that 20, and you're going to need no lily. Roll them out again, Abigail. Another 7 straight from heaven. Wow, am I hot tonight? Come on, ration book. Mama needs shoes. 8 off from Decatur. 8's my point, and I'll clean the joint. Feed me, buddy, feed me.
Well, I'll be a monkey.
Look out, Wolf. Here comes Little Red Riding Hood.
Here we go again. Come 7. 7 or 11. Come on, 7.
mail finally take you for, McGee?
$37.
Oh, dear.
But she promised she'd give it to the Red Cross. Hey, can you imagine her playing bright-eyed innocence, and all the time she shoots craps like she'd served 7 hitches in the Marines?
I never saw anything like it. She handled those ivories like she'd been a personal friend of the elephant that grew them.
I wonder if she's ever had any bone operation.
Why?
I'll bet them dice were carved out of her own clavicle. Of all the dirty tricks I ever...
Did you give Abigail $37 in cash?
No, I gave her a check.
A check?
Yeah.
Well, you haven't got that much in the bank.
I will have before the day is over.
But that money will be for the Red Cross.
Sure it is. I give her my check, she gives it to the Red Cross. I cover it with what I collect.
Oh, dear.
As long as the Red Cross gets $100, that's all I care.
You've got me all confused. I think you better call Mr. McDonald at the Third National and tell him you might be a little overdrawn.
What? Call that penny-pinching old pettifogger? No, sir. That guy ain't human. He's an iceberg that was left over from the glacial period, and they built the bank around him.
I think Mr. McDonald is very nice. He always...
Uh-oh. The mail girl. The baguette. Come in.
Hello, dearie. Any mail for us today?
Nothing but a postcard, Mrs. McGee. It's from Mr. McGee's Uncle Sycamore in Horse's Head, New York. It's way down in the bottom of my mail bag, but I can dig it out in 10 or 15 minutes.
Oh, don't bother, sis. Never mind. You remember what the message was?
Yes. He says he struck oil on his farm last week, and he hopes you'll forgive him.
Forgive him for striking oil?
Oil is the name of a hound dog I gave him once.
Oh.
They call him Oil because he acts so crude. Hey, sis, you got a minute to spare?
Certainly.
Well, look, this is my territory to collect money for the Red Cross War Fund, you see. They're putting on a drive this month in this country and Canada.
But I already signed a pledge in my own neighborhood.
Look, sis, I'll make you a sporting proposition. How much dough you got with you?
$3.30.
Oh, dear.
Okay. We'll cut the cards for $3. Whichever of us wins gives the dough to the Red Cross. How about it?
That's fair enough.
Here's a deck of cards, McGee.
Now, you cut them first, sis. Now, just draw a card. Any card.
All right. Here you are. The ace of spades.
No use you drawing, McGee. You can't beat the ace of spades.
Right. Now, you win, sis. Just send the $3 to the Red Cross.
Very well, Mr. McGee. No, you send it.
Huh? Oh, okay. Now I'm out $40. Imagine the luck of that gal. Out of 52 cards, she has to draw the highest one in the deck.
Oh.
I don't see why.
McGee, you know what I did? I gave you the wrong deck.
What you mean?
This is that pack of cards you bought at the magic shop to do tricks with.
Huh?
And every card in it is the ace of spades.
Oh,
I still think you ought to call Mr. McDonald about that check you gave Mrs. Uppington.
I ain't calling McDonald till I absolutely have to. He's too tough. Why, that guy won't even let his kids play the piano because they might negotiate a couple of bad notes.
Well, as a collector for the Red Cross, you're not exactly the...
Hello, folks. Glad to find you at home.
Hello, Mr. Wilcox.
Harlow, you're just the guy I was hoping to see. I'm campaigning.
For what? Fewer ration points on corn?
Don't irk me, Junior. Don't irk me.
No, don't, Mr. Wilcox. He's had a long enough irking day as it is.
Well, what's the campaign?
Well, look, son. Who is it that goes all over the world bringing good health and good cheer and a helping hand? Who represents the finest and best and unselfish devotion to the cause of making the old world a better place to live? And don't say the Johnson Wax Man.
I wasn't going to. I was going to say the Red Cross.
Oh, well, good for you, Junior. Now, look, I'm the collector in this neighborhood for the Red Cross War Fund. How's about throwing $5 or $10 on the drum, huh?
Well, I'd be glad to, chum, but I'm a little short at the moment. Will Thursday do?
Of course it will.
No, it won't. I want it today. And while I didn't want to mention it at this time, Junior, you can pay me that $25 you owe me. I'll give that to the Red Cross and call the debt paid.
What, $25?
You know the time you were short on your income tax in 1934, and I loaned you $25.
Did he, Mr. Wilcox?
By golly, he did.
Betcha.
And that reminds me. How about that $50 I gave you to bribe that cop the time you knocked over the traffic light? You owe me $25, and I can use it.
Gosh, I forgot all about that. Well, look, if I give you a check for it, will you send it to the Red Cross?
I certainly will, pal. I'll endorse it over to him right here and now.
Now, McGee, if you write another check, Mr. McDonald will be angry.
Who's Mr. McDonald?
He's the man who will be angry if McGee writes the check.
Oh.
Here you are, Junior. Now, let me see you endorse it to the Red Cross.
All right, here. Give me your pen.
Yeah.
Pay to the Order of American Red Cross.
Gee, he writes fast.
Well, I get this right in the mail, pal. So long, Molly.
Let me see. 40 and 25, that's $65 you're overdrawn, McGee.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have people sending the Red Cross bad checks.
They're not bad. You think I'm a crook? I'll make those checks good. Old McDonald at the bank will cover me.
Well, he wouldn't if he knew what you say about him.
But he don't. He don't know I think he's a miserly old peep squawk, or squeak pot, or foot squeak. But what do I mean?
Pipsqueak.
Yeah. Remember the trouble we had with him when we bought this house and he put the deal through escort?
You don't mean escort, you mean escrow.
I do not. Escrow is a magazine for men.
You're thinking of Esquire.
Esquire? I thought an Esquire was a guy that lived in an igloo and ate blubber.
That's Eskimo.
Well, then what's an escort?
An escort is somebody who takes you places.
Well, that's McDonald, all right. He sure took that.
Well, all I can say, dearie, is that...
Come in.
Hello, Mrs. McGee. Hello, Mr. McGee.
Heavenly days, Mr. Wimp.
Hi, Wimp, old sock. Where you been all this time?
Out of town, Mr. McGee.
Oh.
I went to New York to see my publishers. They bought one of my poems.
Or cloud or storm, we airmen of the sea, proud to shield our land of liberty. For we're the skyline of defense, the Navy's flying might, the first in every fight. On wings of steel, we'll never yield the blue. Sky anchors away, sky high, anchors away. Anchors away. Airmen of the Navy, wings at sea, watchmen of Columbia's fleet, heed now to the call for victory. Ready to fly, ready to fight, ready to die. Speed on to defend America. Airmen of the Navy blue, fly fighting for all America. Give her the gun, ever alert, war to be won. Masters of the sky, the Navy blue will blow the foe to bits. To guard our nation, naval aviation is the skyline of defense. The greatest of the earth, we'll fight for all we're worth. We'll always keep the Navy brewed aloft. Sky anchors away, anchors away. Sky high.
See now, $37 to Uppington, $25 to Wilcox, $17.50 to Wimple. Wow, $80. Hey, Molly.
Don't bother me, dearie. I'm making the bed.
Did you look and see how much I had left in my checkbook?
Yes, I did.
How much?
13 cents.
My gosh, 13 cents. $80 and 13 cents is... You can't subtract that. Well, looks like I got to go see old McDonald. That old nickel nurse is sitting on $70 million, and he'll scold me for $80. If I wasn't collecting for the Red Cross, Come in.
Hi, mister.
Oh, hello there, little girl. Don't bother me today now. I got heavy responsibilities. I got heavy responsibilities. I'm collecting today for the Red Cross.
Oh. How much have you collected for him so far, mister?
Well, I haven't exactly... no actual cash. That is... Well, the Red Cross is getting about $80 so far.
Oh, gee, that ain't hay, is it, mister?
No, that ain't, but we got to do better. Have you got any money, sis?
Sure I have, I betcha.
How much?
I got $50.
Huh. Well, who am I to snare to $50? Let me take it, sis, and I'll match you for it. Winner to give it to the Red Cross.
Okay, mister, here.
I'll flip it and call it. Heads or tails? Go.
Heads.
Well, I'll be it. Heads it is. Okay, you win, sis. Here's your $50 and another one. Hey, you want to do it again?
No, thanks. No, thanks, mister. If we keep on playing, you might win my $50, and you couldn't spend it anyway.
Why couldn't I?
Because that's why my daddy gave it to me.
Huh?
It's got 2 heads on it. So long, mister.
settles me. I'm getting in too deep. Hey, Molly.
Yes, dear?
Get your hat. We got to go see old McDonald. Now, look, Mac, old man. I always spoke very highly of you.
Have you a cold, Mrs. McGee?
No, Mr. McDonald. No, don't let me interrupt.
You were saying, Mr. McGee?
I was saying that I've been overdrawn before, Mac. You've always covered me, and I always made it good. Gee whiz, what's a mere $83?
Mr. McGee, I am a banker. I am responsible to hundreds of depositors in this bank. I must know when we advance money that it isn't going for something foolish. What became of the $83 you want me to replace in your checking account?
Well, he lost 37 in the crap game and 25 in...
Crap game? Now, look here,
Now,
McGee.
wait a minute, Mac. Now, wait a minute.
Quiet a minute, McGee. What about the $25, Mrs. McGee?
Well, that was perfectly legitimate, Mr. McDonald. He paid off an old debt to Mr. Wilcox that he'd owed for 7 or 8 years.
Man, see, that shows I'm honest, don't it?
Honest? Letting a debt go for 7 years before you paid it off? How long would it take you to pay off the money you'll owe this bank? No, McGee,
Of
I'm
course,
afraid...
the $17.50 he lost was legitimate, Mr. McDonald. He merely made a wager and he lost to Mr. Wimple.
Yeah,
A wager. He gambles. He bets. He lets his debts ride for year after year.
Yeah, but look, Mac, old
No
man.
use, McGee. You're thoroughly irresponsible.
What?
I can't give you a cent. You'll have to make those checks good the best you can.
Yes, but
But how about the Red Cross?
The what?
The Red Cross, Mac. I was trying to collect the money for them. $100 was my quota. All my checks were endorsed to them.
Well, why didn't you say so? Why were you wasting my time?
Huh?
Don't you know I have a son in the Army and a nephew in the Air Corps and a niece in the wax?
No, we didn't know.
Don't you think I want to back them up with everything I can?
Well?
For goodness sake, do you think any of us can afford to let the Red Cross down when they're feeding starving children all over the world, making life bearable for prisoners of war, saving lives with blood plasma, training nurses for all branches of the service? What's the matter with you, McGee?
Oh, well, gee whiz,
What's the idea of losing only a miserable $37 shooting craps when the money goes to the Red
Well,
Cross?
he only...
Don't interrupt me. Mr. Swallow, put $83 in Mr. McGee's checking account immediately. And listen to me, McGee.
Huh?
If I ever hear of you making any more silly bets for less than $1,000 when the Red Cross gets the money, I'll close your account. Now get out!
Okay, Mac.
In going around into people's homes, I always notice the floors. I guess you'd expect that from me, wouldn't you? Like a bus driver on holiday? Of course, I see all kinds of floors and all kinds of linoleum. I always get a big kick out of finding a piece of linoleum that looks like new, colors bright and fresh, only to find out that it's actually 15 or 20 years old. Why, it's been waxed ever since we put it down, and now it's protected regularly with Johnson's self-polishing glow coat. That's the answer, I guess. And there on the pantry shelf, sure enough, is the familiar can or bottle of Johnson's glow coat that takes such good care of that linoleum, increases its life 6 to 10 times. All in addition to saving many hours of your time, because glow coat needs no rubbing or buffing. It shines as it dries. Johnson's glow coat is your real friend and alive.
Something I want to say to you.
Look, Molly, if it's about shooting craps, I promise I'll never...
It wasn't about shooting craps. I just wanted...
I know, letting that debt to Wilcox run so long. Gee whiz, I just forgot it, that's all. And after this, I promise I'll always...
It wasn't about your debts. I merely wanted...
All right, so I did match coins with that little girl. But my gosh, she's old enough
I wasn't going to say anything about matching coins. All I
was talking dirty about old McDonald. I take that back. He's okay, but I never knew...
Will you be quiet a minute?
Okay, let's have it. What do you want to say?
Good night.
Huh? Oh, good night.
Good night.
The
character of Wallace Wimple, heard on this program, was played by Bill Thompson. This is Harlow Wilcox, speaking for the makers of Johnson Wax Finishes for Home and Industry, inviting you all to be with us again next Tuesday night. Good night. This program came to you from Hollywood. This is the National Broadcasting Company.
Chicago, WMAQ at 9 p.m. VULOVA, Bulletin Watch Time. You've got...
Kraft presents The Great Gildersleeve. The Kraft Cheese Company will also bring you Bing Crosby every Thursday night. Present each week at this time Harold Perry as The Great Gildersleeve, written by John Whedon and Sam Moore. We'll hear from the Great Gildersleeve in just a moment. But first, if you've noticed that family favorites like Pabstet, the delicious golden cheese food, are sometimes missing from your dealer's shelves, remember there's a very good reason. Literally millions of pounds of dairy foods are being shipped abroad to help supply energy and the important milk nutrients our fighting men need. But dealers will usually have Pabstet in stock. And smart homemakers have learned what a wonderful extender it is for a host of wartime foods. Melted into a smooth cheese sauce, the grand cheddar cheese flavor of Pabstet gives real personality to leftovers of meat and fish and vegetables fixed in dozens of different ways. Pabstet is a tasty filling for the children's sandwiches, too, and it slices perfectly for serving with dessert or just by itself. Yes, for a delicious, nourishing, and economical help in preparing meals that'll give family appetites a real lift, ask your dealer for Pabstet in the round, flat package. Spelled P-A-B-S-T-E-T-T. Pabstet. Only 3 red ration points for a generous package. Well, it's Easter weekend, and Saturday afternoon finds Gildersleeve out in the side lot surveying his victory garden and wondering whether to pull the weeds now or let them grow a little bigger so they'll be easier to get hold of. It looks as if they grow a little bigger, for from the window of the kitchen nearby comes the smell of good things in the oven. Let's follow him in and see what's cooking.
Fee-fi-fo-fum. I smell something good. What's Bertie making there, Marjorie?
Frosting for the Easter cake.
Frosting?
Yes, sir, and I guess it's about done.
Bertie,
What is it, Mr. Gildersleeve?
You aren't going to put that delicious egg beater in the sink.
Oh, no, sir. I'm saving it for Leroy.
Leroy can lick the bowl. Give it here.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yum, 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 yum.
Uncle Mort, you're looking cross-eyed.
I don't want to miss any of it.
Kitchen door.
I'll go, Bertie.
Well, wipe off your chin.
Gildersleeve?
Yes?
Express. Sign here.
Wait a minute. What is it?
Crate. Sign here.
I didn't order any crate.
Name Gildersleeve?
Yes?
Sign here.
Yes. Well, hold the egg beater. And hold it, too. I don't know what I'm signing this for. Yeah, there.
All right. One side, Bud.
Wait a minute.
One side.
We don't want that great big thing here in the kitchen.
Well, where do you want it? Make up your mind. I haven't got all day.
Listen, I've got a good mind to report you to your superior.
Brother, in 2 hours, I report to my draft board. Now, where do you want it?
Yeah, all right. Set it right down here. Soldier, pretty place.
Hey!
Yeah, careful. Don't you know we got a cake in the oven? Oh. That's the kind of service you get these days.
What do you suppose is in the crate, Uncle Mort?
I don't know, but we'll soon find out. Bertie, do you know where the hammer is?
Right down the vegetable bin, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Just the place for it, too. Well, let's see now.
Careful, Uncle Mort. It might be something breakable.
Maybe I can pry the top up.
Hey, Uncle, that's the expressman.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and now it's coming.
Unc, wait a minute.
There.
Look out!
Oh, my goodness, rabbits.
Rabbits! Leroy! Dear rabbits! Dear rabbits! Oh, my goodness.
Oh, now we'll
never get them. They're under the refrigerator.
Maybe if we had some food, we could get them to come out.
Yeah, try some Popsies.
Rabbits don't eat Popsies.
I don't know, my dear. Popsies always tasted like rabbit food to me.
Well, I could poke under there with a broom, maybe.
Oh, no, you might hurt them. Those are very valuable rabbits. They cost me over $2.
Remind me to ask you, Leroy, where you got the $2. Here, Bunny, here, Bunny, here, Bunny, here, Bunny.
No, you'll never get them that way, Unc. You have to get down on your hands and knees.
And they can just stay under there.
Oh, Unc, we've got to get them out. They might get stuck under there. Those are Flemish giants. They grow fast.
Yes. All right. It'll teach them a lesson, then.
Oh, there he goes.
I got him. I got one, Unc.
Oh, Lord. Isn't he darling?
Bring him over here, Leroy. Let me see.
Oh, he's frightened. Look, he's shivering. Let me hold him, Leroy.
No, let me hold him.
Sure, Unc. Here. Don't let him get away. That's a valuable rabbit.
Oh, isn't he cunning? Feel him, Margie. Feel how soft he is.
Ah.
There, little bunny. Now, don't you be frightened. Look, Margie, look how he wrinkles up his little nose. Woody.
Uncle Mort, you're doing it, too.
I can't help it. He's making faces at me, the little rascal.
You like him, Unc?
Oh, he's as cute as the dickens, Leroy. How did you get him?
Well, from an ad in Wonderman Comics. I sent for them. Only $2.17 express prepaid.
Where did you get the $2.17?
Oh, I got it. It's a great investment, Unc. It says in the ad. Boys, make big money raising rabbits.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't count on it, my boy. As pets, rabbits may be fine, but...
Who said anything about pets? I'm raising these rabbits to eat.
To eat?
Eat a little fuzzy, cunning, helpless little thing like that? Leroy, I think you're horrible.
Marjorie, take this rabbit and put him somewhere. I want to get to the bottom of this.
I got that one, Miss Gildersleeve.
Well, give him to Marjorie, Bertie.
There, now, Flopsy and Mopsy. Come on, we'll find a nice, safe, warm place for you, away from that awful Leroy.
Yes. Now, young man, why was I not consulted before you bought those rabbits?
Well, I wanted to surprise you, Unc, for Easter.
You surprised me, all right. Where'd you get the money?
All of it?
Of course. All of it.
Well, the 17 cents I had.
All right, but what about the $2?
Well, you know those old rusty, no-good old roller skates I got Christmas before last?
They were very excellent skates when I gave them to you.
I thought Santa Claus gave them to me.
We won't argue about that, young man.
All right. Anyway, they were always getting in your way, and anyway, I outgrew them, and anyway, one wheel was busted, so I traded them with Piggy.
Did you tell him the wheel was busted, broken?
Well, he doesn't need all the wheels. He just wants to make a pushmobile.
Yes. Nevertheless, that was not a very honest thing to do, Leroy, was it?
Well, he swapped it for a spark coil that wouldn't spark.
I'm glad to hear you didn't get the best of it. Now, stop beating around the bush and tell me, where did you get those $2?
Well, you know the spark coil.
You just told me about it. It wouldn't spark.
Yeah, so I traded it.
Who'd you trade it to?
Michael.
Mrs. Ransom's little niece? I mean nephew?
Well, he wanted it, Unc. He kept pestering me for it.
Did you tell him it wouldn't work? Did you?
Well, gosh, Unc, you wouldn't want me to give him a spark coil that works. They're dangerous. He might get a shock.
He might get it. All right, you charlatan. What did you trade the spark coil for? Come on, what did you trade it for?
$2.
That's what we call selling, Leroy, not trading. And you sold that spark coil under false pretenses, with deliberate intent to defraud.
Oh, no, I didn't, Unc, honest.
Then what was your intention?
To get the $2.
Leroy, I honestly believe you don't know the simple difference between right and wrong.
Yeah, that's all it is, Unc. I don't know any better. Gosh, if I knew...
That's enough, Leroy. Go help Marjorie find a place for those rabbits. And see that it's not in my study. I'll take this thing up with you later.
Yeah, sure, I will. I'll find a good place for them.
Bertie, I don't know what I'm going to do about that boy. I swear I don't.
Oh, now, Leroy ain't a bad boy, Mr. Gildersleeve. He's just a boy, that's all.
Well, he needs something. I don't know what, though.
Well, if you ask me, Mr. Gildersleeve, what Leroy needs is a mother.
Yes, I'm afraid you're right, Bertie. There's not much I can do about that.
Well, no, I wouldn't say that.
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, you're young, Mr. Gildersleeve. You got your health. You even got a fiancée. And if you don't mind me asking, what is you waiting for?
By George, Bertie, that's what I'm going to ask her. And I'm going to ask her right now, too. Easter Bunny.
Throckmorton, I'll be right down. Don't go away, you hear?
I shouldn't have said that. I got to be tough with her. This time, by George, she's going to give me an answer. I'm not like some people. You can twist them around your little finger. Leela, when are we going to get married?
What did you say?
You heard me.
Oh, gracious, Throckmorton, you're so impetuous.
Impetuous? We've been engaged now for 4 months. What's so impetuous about that? I want to know when we're going to get married.
Well, come in, won't you?
No, you come out.
Very well, Throckmorton, if you wish.
Yes. Now, we're going to sit down here on the veranda and settle this once and for all.
Yes, let's. You know, Throckmorton, you're so masterful. I hardly know you when you're like this.
Well, it's my other side. Now, let's get down to business. When do we get married? Name the date, Leela.
Well, tell me first, why do you want me to marry you, Throckmorton?
Well, because... just because.
Because what?
Because I...
Go on, say it. Because you what?
Well, I think Leroy needs a mother.
A mother? Is that all I am to you, a mother for Leroy?
Now, Leela, I didn't say that.
Well, I guess I know what you were thinking, and I can give you your answer right now.
Now, Leela, don't fly off the handle. Let's be reasonable about this thing.
Throckmorton, I am the soul of reason, I assure you. I've thought it all over, and I've decided that we have no business getting married till after the war.
After the war? But, Leela, that may be a long time.
Well, you asked me for my decision, and that's it. I'll marry you the day the war is won.
That settles it.
What?
I demand a second front. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to interrupt here for just a moment in order to present a very charming and courageous lady who has something to say to you. That she is charming is no secret to her thousands of admirers, and the proof of her courage is her 4 months expedition across the Atlantic this past winter to entertain our troops in England, Ireland, Scotland, and North Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Kay Francis.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I ask your attention for 1 minute. 1 minute isn't very long, but in this very brief minute that you hear my voice, men are dying for you. Dying on distant battlefields, in strange waters. Men from Nebraska, Illinois, Texas, boys from across the street, boys that you know. Right now, while I speak to you, 60 seconds in a minute. How many times 60 men are dying for you? And as they die, they are remembering home, remembering us, wanting to come home, knowing they never will. Are we worth remembering? Are we worth coming home to? No. Not unless we do all we possibly can to win this war. And our possible all is so little compared to what they give. We are not asked to give, but to lend our dollars to our government, to carry our share of the $13 billion needed in the second war loan. Lend your dollars right now, right this minute, while those men are giving their lives for you. You'll get your dollars back.
Thank you, Miss Francis.
Now let's get back to Summerfield and the Great Gildersleeve. It's Easter morning, and the great man has started the day in a constructive and beneficent mood. He's intending, before donning his finery for the Easter parade, to build a rabbit hutch, but a brief inspection of the garage shows him that something is missing, namely the rabbits.
Leroy, where are your little pets?
You mean Mr. and Mrs. Rabbit?
Yes, you don't have to be so formal either.
Oh, well, they're in a perfectly safe place, Unc.
Where are they?
Don't worry about them.
Oh, Leroy!
What is it, Bertie?
Did you put those rabbits in the fireplace?
Fireplace?
There's no fire in it.
Yep.
That's their new home, Bertie. They love it there.
Well, maybe so, but they moved out.
What?
They did?
Young man, you'll have to find those rabbits before we go to church. so get busy.
Oh, gosh, Unc, won't you help?
Well, that depends.
Say, here comes Judge Hooker over by the back fence.
Judge Hooker, huh? What's he doing around here?
Gildersleeve. Oh, Gildersleeve.
Just stay on the other side of that fence, Hooker. You owe me a fender.
You owe me a bumper. You happen to be the owner of 2 oversized, overaged gray rabbits?
Oh, my goodness. Go get them, Leroy. Those rabbits belong to my nephew, Judge Hooker. See that you don't do anything that injures them.
Injures them? Look here, I just caught him finishing up the last head of lettuce in my victory garden.
I'm beginning to like those rabbits.
Well, if I catch him over here again, I'll give him to the city pound. Here, take him, Leroy.
Thank you.
So just remember, Gildersleeve, you not only owe me a bumper, but you owe me 1 dozen heads of lettuce.
You owe me a fender, and you can take a dozen heads of lettuce from my victory garden. What are you laughing at, you old nanny goat?
The rabbits ate your lettuce first.
Now, let's see. Handkerchief for the breast pocket. Need a flower for my buttonhole. Better put on the silk hat just to see how the whole thing looks. There. Hi, George Gildersleeve. You're a handsome fellow in the cutaway. Yes, sir. Come in.
Sam, come on down. Mrs. Ransom is here, and Marjorie wants to take everybody's picture.
Oh, good idea. I'll come right now. Leroy, I wonder if you could find me a flower somewhere for my buttonhole.
Okay, what do you want, an Easter lily?
No. Leroy, just something small and suitable. Oh, hello, Leela. Oh, happy Easter.
Well, happy Easter to you, too, Throckmorton.
Oh, that's a beautiful costume, my dear. Everyone will be saying, lucky Gildersleeve.
Oh, now, Throckmorton. But you look simply angelic in your gray trousers and cutaway, doesn't he, Marjorie?
Oh, he always does. He looks all ready for a wedding.
Let's not go into that.
Come on outdoors, everybody, and we'll take your picture. Ben's got the camera out there.
Well, are you sure there's time, Marjorie? Your uncle and I are going to church.
Oh, we all are.
Of course, Leela. Come on.
Well, hello, Mr. Gildersleeve. Happy Easter.
Oh, thanks, my boy. The same to you, Ben. Now, where do you want us to stand?
Oh, right there beside the lilacs would be all right.
Oh, fine. I'll put some lilac in my buttonhole.
Just stand anywhere, really. Isn't too much trouble. Now, if you could just smile, please.
How's this?
I got you. That one ought to be fine.
Now, who's going to take our picture?
I'll do it, Marge.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Oh, I take better pictures than anyone in the family.
He has been lucky. All right, Leroy.
Where shall I stand, Marge?
Well, right beside me.
Here? Well, that's where I am already.
Can't you get a little closer?
Oh, I guess so.
All right, now look at her, you big goof.
Oh, I am looking at her.
Ben, honey, why don't you put your arm around her waist?
Oh, gosh, right here in front of everybody?
Why not?
Well, all right. Say, this is quite comfortable.
Throckmorton, they're so in love. Don't they look beautiful together?
Yes, they do, Leela.
They just look like an Easter magazine cover, I declare.
Yes, so do you, Leela.
Got it.
Thank you, Leroy.
Yeah, much obliged. Gee, I never enjoyed having my picture taken before.
By George, I'm glad we decided to walk, Leela.
It is nice.
Yes, sir. Oh, good morning, Dr. Pettibone. Happy Easter.
Good morning, Doctor.
He goes to a different church.
I know. Here comes old Mrs. Carrington. Don't tell me she's walking to church.
Yeah, but you'll stop for a long conversation. Oh, good morning, Mrs. Carrington. Oh, happy Easter to you.
Happy Easter to you, Mr. Gildersleeve. Happy Easter, Mrs. Carrington, and what a lovely shawl you're wearing.
Thank you, Mrs. Ransom. I'm glad you had the sense not to call it a fascinator.
You're looking awfully well, Mrs. Carrington. Did you have a good winter?
Pretty cold, pretty cold.
Yes, but now it's spring. what do you hear from your grandson? Is he still with
Oh, yes, Mr. Gildersleeve. They made him a vice president this year, and next year they're going to raise his salary.
Well, he's coming along nicely.
Oh, mercy, I'm afraid we'll all be late for church.
Oh, we must all hurry, but I'm glad to see you young people still dress up for Easter. You'll make a very handsome couple.
Well.
Oh, now, Mrs. Carrington.
I haven't had a chance to congratulate you formally. When is the wedding to be?
Well, it depends a little on the war.
Oh, don't wait too long. After all, we're only young once. Well, goodbye, Mrs. Ransom. Goodbye, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Mrs. Carrington.
Oh, she's a wonderful old lady. I always enjoy seeing her. She makes me feel so young.
Yeah.
Come on, Throckmorton, let's run.
Run! With Leela. Hey, wait. Well, Leela, there's nothing like the feeling when you've been to church on Easter. Because I always feel like a new man after church. But on Easter, I feel even happier.
I feel the same way, Throckmorton.
I don't know what it is, the Easter hymns or something. But when the collection basket came around this morning, I put in twice as much as I'd planned.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I should have planned that much in the first place, though. Oh, here comes Peavy. Happy Easter, Peavy.
Happy Easter, Mr. Peavy.
Well, a joyous Easter to you, Mrs. Ransom, and to you, too, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Just coming from church, Mr. Peavy?
Yes, I am, Mrs. Ransom. Mrs. Peavy and I attended the services together, and then I went by the shop to get this little surprise for her.
Surprise, eh? What is it, a plant?
A begonia. I've given her a potted begonia every Easter since we've been married.
Listen, Peavy, if you've given her a begonia every Easter, she couldn't possibly be surprised when you walk in with this one.
Well, no, I wouldn't say that.
But you've already given her 20 or 30 begonias for Easter.
31. I know because Mrs. Peavy saves the pots.
Yes. That's nice.
Yes, and when I give her this one, I know just exactly what she'll say.
What, Mr. Peavy?
She'll say, Richard Peavy, don't you know it's wicked to be extravagant?
But that's not extravagant, Richard.
Well, I know that, Mr. Gildersleeve. So does Mrs. Peavy. That's just her little way of acting surprised.
I think it's a very sweet way, too.
I do myself. Anyhow, she always says it, and then she gives me my surprise.
You get a surprise, too, huh? What's your surprise, Peavy?
A box of crystallized ginger.
Crystallized? Crystallized ginger? That's pretty strong stuff, isn't it?
Yes, but I've got a taste for it.
Yes.
And is that your surprise every year, Mr. Peavy?
Every year.
It's a wonder you don't faint from excitement.
Well, I don't faint, Mr. Gildersleeve, but I give a pretty good imitation.
Yeah, good enough to fool Mrs. Peavy.
Well, I wouldn't say that. But when you folks have been married as long as I have, you'll know that our kind of surprise is more fun than a real one.
Yes, you may be right. Well, so long, Peavy. Happy Easter to you and Mrs. Peavy.
Well, the same to you and Mrs. Ransom. Good day.
Throckmorton?
Yes, Leela?
Was there any war news today?
Well, apparently the Allied forces made substantial gains in El Milang region.
Throckmorton?
Yes, Leela?
Isn't it wonderful that Mr. and Mrs. Peavy are so happy after all these years?
Yeah, I guess so. Of course, he's rather a strange fellow.
Throckmorton?
Yeah?
We're neither of us getting any younger, are we?
Of course not, Leela.
Throckmorton.
What is it, Leela?
How would you like to come to my house this evening for chicken fricassee? There'll just be the two of us.
Chicken fricassee? Oh, brother, I'll be there. That was a wonderful dinner, Leela.
I'm glad you liked it, darling.
Maybe I overindulged a little.
Oh, I didn't notice.
That's because I didn't overindulge any more than usual.
You were so cute sitting at the head of my table serving my dinner and all. It looked natural somehow.
Guess I'll smoke a cigar.
You know something, Throckmorton? I've been nervous in this house the last few days.
What on earth is there to be nervous about?
Oh, nothing in particular. Sometimes I think I hear strange noises in the night. But, you know, with you here, I don't feel nervous a bit.
Fine.
But when you're not here, I do feel nervous.
And maybe you ought to see Dr. Pettibone. Get some vitamins.
Oh, fish.
What did you say, Leela?
Nothing. Throckmorton, I've been thinking.
Yes, Leela?
Maybe Leroy shouldn't wait till after the war to have a mother.
Oh. Huh? Leela, will you?
What do you mean, Throckmorton?
Could you marry me before the war is over?
Well, for Leroy's sake, I might consider it.
How about next week?
Now, Throckmorton, don't be so impetuous.
Well, June's a nice month for weddings.
Yes, it is.
June 1st.
Well, that's awfully soon.
June 1st.
Well, I think we might say the first week in June.
Oh, darling, you know, this is the happiest Easter of my life.
Really, honey?
Sure. Why, everybody ought to be married. It's a law of nature. 2 by 2, male and female. A girl for every boy in the world.
Hey, Unc, what do you think?
Leroy, what?
Mr. and Mrs. Rabbit just had quintuplets.
Easter, like all important holidays, is a time for families and old friends to get together, or if they can't do that, at least to get in touch with one another. And so this Easter, we of the Kraft family bring you the greetings of our sponsor through its president, Mr. J.L. Kraft. Mr. Kraft.
I'm glad of this opportunity to bring Easter greetings to Kraft men and women everywhere and to the families of our boys and girls who are now in the service of their country. When we think of Easter, we naturally think of the resurrection. The two words are eternally linked together. In every Christian land today, the celebration of Easter will bring its age-old message of hope to a war-darkened world. The fact of the resurrection and the faith which it symbolizes have never been so significant to so many nations and to so many peoples in the world's history. In itself, the word resurrection is one of the most beautiful in our language. It means bringing back to life, the conquest of death, the return of hope. At this springtime of the year, all nature tells the story of resurrection. We read its meaning in the budding trees and in the miracle of nature's reawakening to vibrant life. There is still another significance to the word resurrection, to bring back to memory that which was forgotten or lost. And it is upon this meaning of resurrection that I have been reflecting on this Easter Sunday. While our boys are away fighting for freedom around the world, enduring hardships, loneliness, weariness, we on the home front have a high responsibility toward them. While they are absent, our virtues grow in their minds and our shortcomings are forgotten. Let us so live our lives that their ideals will not be shattered when they return. Let us make them as proud of us as we are proud of them. And so it seems particularly fitting to me that each of us at this Easter time should resurrect and strengthen our faith in God and in the ideals of our forefathers. That faith and those ideals on which this nation was founded and by which it grew strong and great. As youngsters, our mothers taught us to say when we pray, "Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray thee, Lord, my soul to keep." I have just had a letter from one of our own boys in North Africa, in which he says that 8 men of his group kneel at their bunks every night and speak this prayer as they go to sleep. It means something to them. It meant something to us as children. Let us then, as we think of these simple prayers, resurrect the trusting faith of our childhood and approach God understandingly. Let us resurrect and renew our strength in the God-given pioneer virtues. Let us at home in our daily lives have the courage, the strength, and the fortitude of those who fight for freedom, that we and our children and they and their children may live in peace. They are counting on us, depending on us, to maintain their ideals of home and family until they join us again, and in this we cannot fail them.
program has come to you from Chicago and Hollywood. This is the National Broadcasting Company.
Wax program with Fibber, McGee, and Molly. The makers of Johnson's Wax and Johnson's Self-Polishing Glow Coat present Fibber, McGee, and Molly, written by Don Quinn. Music by the King's Band and Billy Mills Orchestra. This would be a good time for me to thank those of you who have written recently to thank us for keeping Fibber, McGee, and Molly on the air. Your letters have been very much appreciated by our sponsors, the makers of Johnson's Wax and Johnson's Self-Polishing Glow Coat, and by all of us here on the show. We sincerely hope this program will continue to entertain you every Tuesday night for the entire duration and long after. The makers of Johnson's Wax feel a distinct obligation to continue the show, in spite of such problems as packaging, labor, and material shortages that every manufacturer has to contend with these days. In spite of the large volume of special Johnson's Wax finishes that are going directly or indirectly into war work, the management of S.C. Johnson & Son have made it clear to all of us that the program should be made as helpful as possible to the war effort, not only as entertainment, but also as a means of giving you valuable service information. We shall certainly carry on with that thought in our minds. Do you know the difference between truth and rumor? A truth has only one father, but a rumor is adopted by thousands. We will now witness some adoption proceedings by the squire of 79 Wistful Vista, who is walking along minding his own business. Mr. McGee of Fibber, McGee, and Molly.
Had a little pony and his name was Chief. Now he's on the menu as barbecued beef.
Hey, McGee! Wait a minute! Hey, McGee!
Huh? Oh, hi, Joe. What's the matter?
Look, McGee, you know what I just heard?
No.
Well, I just heard that they were going to have a phone to the door. And he was talking about it. He was talking about it. He was always in there.
My gosh, Joe. Are you sure?
Absolutely. Not many people know it. I'm only telling a few of my best friends.
Gee whiz. Well, thanks a lot, Joe. I'll see you later.
Hey, Molly. What's the matter, McGee? What are you so excited
Hey, give me some money, quick. Come on, hurry up. Give me some money. I got to run down and buy a flock of trusses. Come on, hurry up. Hurry up.
But why? You don't need a truck.
I know, but a guy just told me they're freezing them at midnight.
Listen, dear, for goodness sake, calm yourself. Huh? If we're going to rush out and buy things we don't need just because there might be a shortage of them, why don't we stock up on Flandeckers?
We got lots of... What's a Flandecker?
Oh, that's a little gadget that fits over the mouth of a rumor monger to keep him from blowing his top. Now, come on down the basement. I need your help.
Doing what?
The washing machine has gone haywire.
Oh.
It's throwing laundry all over the cellar. And it hit me in the face with the shirt.
One of my good shirts?
Never mind the shirt. Have a little sympathy for me. Now, come on.
What seems to be the matter with the washing machine?
Well, after serious consideration, I've come to the conclusion that it won't run.
Oh. Shucks, I'll have this thing running in no time. Now, let me see. Gearbox probably needs adjusting. Where's the monkey wrench?
I don't know. Anyway, I tried adjusting the gearbox. I don't think that's it. I think this machine is just dying of old age.
Impossible. It was guaranteed for a lifetime.
Sure, and the company that made it went out of business in 1912. This particular model went out of style with a mustache cup and the ankle-length bathing suit.
Well, let me take a whirl at her. Where's the switch?
Right there on the side.
I got it. Let's see. Oh!
Look out, McGee. It's all coming apart. It's throwing wheels.
Oh, Huh?
I just remembered where I left the monkey wrench.
Where?
In the gearbox.
Boy, it sure is a wreck now.
Oh, dear.
Superman couldn't put this back together now.
I haven't seen so many crooked parts since my nearsighted uncle sold his barber shop. Well, what do we do now?
Just stand here and wait, I guess. Well, we can't buy a new washer, that's a cinch. I better get these parts together and see if a repairman can make sense out of them. Give me something to wrap them up in.
Here. Here's the newspaper, dearie.
Thanks. I'll take them downtown and see if I can find...
What's the matter?
Look, in this newspaper you give me. Here's an ad in the classifieds. For sale. Electric washing machine by a woman in good condition. With ringing and ironing attachments. Must sell before April 1st. April 1st? Hey, that's day after tomorrow. Says telephone Mrs. J. Benchley Mulks, Wistful Vista, 9807.
Heavenly days. Talk about coincidences. If this happened on the radio, the listeners would just sneer, wouldn't they?
Yeah. Well, there's a power that watches over me, baby. Come on, let's get on the phone.
Here. I hope we're in time, McGee. You know, these days, no washing machine is going to stand around wringing its pillowcases from lonesomeness.
Don't worry. Providence didn't put that paper under my nose just to let somebody else beat me to it. Hand me the phone.
Here.
Thanks. Hello, operator. Give me Wistful Vista. Hand me that newspaper.
Okay.
Wistful Vista, 980. Is that you, Mert?
We haven't got time for that now.
How's every little thing, Mert? There's that. What's that, Mert? Your sister. Studying to be a what? A gunner.
What on earth for, McGee?
The sailor she's going with wants to be a gunner's mate. Hey, Mert, give me 9807, will you? Huh? Disconnect.
I warned you, McGee. There's been so many calls, she shut off her phone.
Well, look, Mert, what's the address at that phone number? Oh, I know you ain't allowed to, Mert, but gee whiz, this is... Huh? She is? Okay, Mert, thanks a lot. Come on, Molly, get your hat.
Did she give you the address?
No, they ain't allowed to, but she says the party that had that phone was always calling up Jimmy Sale's grocery. They'll know.
Oh, good. Wait just a minute while I put my face on. I'll be with you in a jiffy, dearie.
Hey, wear an old dress, Molly. We don't want them to think we can pay too much for this washer.
I can wear my newest one and still get 40% off.
There's a good kid. I bust her washing machine all to pieces, and she never says a word. Just gives me a dirty look and lets it go at that. If I ever have it... Ah, dear. Come in.
Hi, mister.
Oh, hello, little girl. Now, I haven't got time to stand around and fan the breeze with you today. Mrs. McGee and I are going out.
Where?
Is it any of your business?
No.
Well, then, if you don't mind...
If it was, I'd know where, I betcha.
Huh?
Hmm?
I said, look, sis, now, I'm very busy today, so why don't you just tuck your little skull between your sinuses and hit the grid?
Okay, mister. But I thought maybe you'd help me with my arithmetic a little bit.
Why don't you ask your father?
I did, mister. My daddy says after what he went through on March 15th, he didn't want to see any figures for the rest of the year. Including Paulette Goddard, Rita Hayworth, and Veronica Puddle.
That's Veronica Lake.
Well, my daddy knew her when she was little.
Oh. What problem you stuck on?
I'm not stuck on any of them, I betcha. I hate them all.
Well, so do I. So now you better run along before Mrs.
Have you got time to guess a poodle, mister?
A poodle? What's a poodle?
Well, it's a riddle you can't get through your noodle.
All right. Well, what is it?
Why does President Roosevelt smoke cigarettes in a long black holder? Why does he?
I give up.
Because a cigarette is a smoke, and where there's smoke, there's fire, and where there's a fire, there's LaGuardia, and LaGuardia is a mare, and a mare is a horse, and a horse eats grass, and grass is green, and green is for Irishmen, and an Irishman is Pat, and a Pat talks to a mic, and so is President Roosevelt.
Yeah, but why does he smoke cigarettes in a long black holder?
To keep the smoke out of his eyes, silly. at Sales Market. All trying to buy meat.
And get a load of Jimmy, laughing his head off.
They probably got him so nervous he's hysterical. Yoo-hoo. Can we see you a minute, Mr. Sales?
Hello, Mrs. McGee. Hello, Mr. Fibber. Look at him. Just look at him. I am Jimmy, but what's the joke?
Oh, spending all their precious coupons to load up on chumps and steaks and roasts. No, but half of them never ate meat twice a week in their lives.
That's so funny.
Funny to me. I'm a vegetarian.
Well, look, Jimmy. If you can control yourself a minute, we want some information. We're trying to buy a washing machine.
I'm not the washing machine business, McGee, I'm sorry to say.
No, but look. You know, there's an ad in the paper, Jimmy, about a woman who wants to sell one, and the telephone operator told us you knew her. It's Mrs. J. Benchley Mouse.
Yeah, where does she live, Jimmy? Where does she live?
I don't know, McGee. She doesn't trade with me anymore. She gave a dinner for the British ambassador once, and I wouldn't put silk knee breeches on the lamb chops.
Yeah, but you must know where she lives.
No, she never had a charge account.
Well, the delivery boy must know.
Oh, he probably does, McGee.
Well, let's ask him. Where is he?
In Guadalcanal, I believe, Mrs. McGee.
Come on.
But I can give you a clue. Mrs. J. Benchley Mokes is a good friend of Mrs. Huffington's.
Oh. Well, cheers, fellas. Much obliged, Jimmy. Come on, Molly.
It would be just our luck not to find Abigail at home.
She's so snobbish, she probably won't admit knowing anybody who owns a washing machine.
Now, listen, Abigail isn't so bad, McGee.
Oh, no? That old dame is so high-toned, she snores like a flute. I mind one time that...
Yes?
Yes, what?
Whom did you wish to see?
Look, Snarkins, or whatever your name is, pigeon-toe your little way into the drawing room and tell old lady Uppington to draw herself out to the front door. We want to see her.
Thank you, sir. And whom shall I announce?
Why don't you try announcing Lum and Abner? That'd be quite a contrast for you.
Thank you. I shall inform Mrs. Uppington that Mrs. Lum and Edna wish to see her.
He ought to study with Dale Carnegie about how to win friends and keep from getting beat up on a dark night.
Butlers like him are born, Molly. That codfish expression is hereditary. I'll bet if she...
Oh, hello there, Abigail.
Well, how do you do, Mrs. McGee? And Mr. McGee.
Hi, Uppy.
Oh, what a surprise this is. Remington told me that Dick and Sade or Amos and Andy or someone wished to see me.
No, Lum and Abner, Abigail.
Oh.
And look, we're on the trail of a washing machine. Now, do you know a woman named Mrs. J. Benchley Mouse?
Oh, my dear. I know Mrs. J. Benchley Mouse like my own sister.
Oh, gee, you do? Well, who is she?
She is my sister.
Well, where does she live, Uppy? We got to contact her right away. She had an ad in the paper to sell a washing machine.
My goodness. She didn't tell me she was back in town. She usually winters in hot springs, you know.
Oh, no, we didn't know. Where does she usually spring?
Yeah. Let us know where she's going to fall, too. We'll throw a pillow down for her. No kidding, Uppy. Where does she live?
Really, Miss McGee, I haven't the faintest idea. She takes a new apartment every time she comes back to town, and I haven't heard from her yet. Isn't the address in the advertisement?
No, just a phone number, and it's disconnected. She probably had so many phone calls, she shut it off. Heavenly days, we've just got to get that washing machine, Abigail.
Oh, I have an idea, my dear. Her chauffeur lives at 916 Oak Street. He or his wife will know where she is.
Oh, your sister look like you, Uppy?
Yes, she's my type, I should say. Serious and robust.
Oh, we have one of their catalogs. I'd know her in a minute. Come on, McGee, let's go.
Yeah?
How do you do? We're looking for a washing machine, and we were told that Mrs. J. Benchley Monk's chauffeur would...
You're looking for a what?
A washing machine. Washing machine. One of them things that stands in the basement and washes your clothes.
Sure, it wrings them out, too.
Yes, and earns them. We want to buy it.
You want to what?
Buy it. Buy it. Is it for sale?
For sale? Sir, you're speaking of the woman I love.
McGee.
Hey, I got an idea. Wilcox.
What about him?
He knows every woman in town from Sullivan Johnson's Glow Coat. He'll know how to find Mrs. J. Benchley Mokes.
Good day.
Hello, Mr. Wilcox.
Hello. What can I do for you?
Oh, how do you like that? What could he do for us? Look, Junior.
I'm afraid you have the advantage of me, sir. Have we met?
Have you met? Why, you've been bumping noses every week for 8 years. What goes on here.
Who is it, Paul, and what do they want?
Who's that?
That's my brother, Harlow.
Well, then, who are you?
I'm Paul Wilcox.
Well, I'll be... Are you guys twins?
Well, yes, but we're not identical twins. Harlow likes nutmeg in his malted milk, and I like cinnamon.
Well, that must be a lot of trouble. Go to the drugstore to find out who is who, huh?
Who is it, Paul? Who is it?
Mr. and Mrs. Fibber McGee, Paul.
It's Mr. and Mrs. McGee, Harlow. What do they want? What was it you wanted?
Can little Harlow come out for a minute?
No, he's taking a shower. Anything I can do for you? Won't you come in?
No, thank you, Paul. We're trying to find a Mrs. J. Benchley Malk. She advertised a washing machine for sale, and...
Hey, Harlow, they're trying to find a Mrs. Malk. Oh, she's the one I told you about, Paul. Sell Fibber and Molly. Who? Fibber and Molly. Fibber and Molly, that's Mr. and Mrs. McGee. Oh, yes, Harlow was telling me. Yes, Harlow was telling me about a Mrs. Maltz this morning. It seems that she had just been in her new place a very few days, and the linoleum was in pretty bad shape. And Harlow was telling her how Johnson's self-polishing glow coat would make it look practically new again, and bring out the original colors and how it would look.
Yes. We know about glow coat, Paul.
These guys are certainly twins, all right. They only got one subject of conversation between them. But where does Mrs. Maltz live?
Well, I'll ask Harlow in just a minute. But I wanted to tell you how happy Mrs. Maltz was with Johnson's glow coat.
Oh, sure.
Harlow said that when she discovered that you could just pour out a few drops, spread it around, and let it dry in 20 minutes or less to a beautiful, protective, dust and damp-proof finish, Harlow said she was just ecstatic.
Look, Paul, never mind what Harlow said. Where does Mrs. Maltz live? We've got to see her.
Yeah. Well, I know it's somewhere in this neighborhood. I'll ask Harlow. Say, Harlow. Yes, Paul. Where does Mrs. Maltz live? Search C, Paul.
That won't take long if he's in the shower. Why don't he come out here? Hey, Harlow!
What are you... Oh, wrong. I lost Paul here someplace. What do you want, pal?
What do you mean you don't know where Mrs. Maltz lives, Harlow? Paul said you were telling her all about glow coat.
I was. She called me on the telephone.
Oh, my God. We'll have to canvass the neighborhood. Well, thanks anyway, Harlow. Paul.
Don't mention it, folks. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Paul.
So long, Harlow.
Goodbye. Yes?
Does Mrs. J. Benchley Maltz live here?
Yes.
Hot dog at last. Has she got a washing machine for sale, Bud?
Yes.
Is it in good condition?
Yes.
Well, will she take $10 for it?
Yes.
What? She will?
Yes.
What make washing machine is it, Bud?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Now, look, Bud. This must be Mrs. Maltz. Look, Mrs. Maltz.
I am not Mrs. Maltz. I am Mrs. Fatowski, and don't pay any attention to what my husband says. He's just learning English, and all he can say is yes. Come, Stanislaus.
Yes.
No, thank you, Mr. Oldtimer. We didn't even know you lived here.
We're looking for a Mrs. J. Benchley Maltz.
Mrs. J. Benchley Maltz, eh? Tall, heavy-set gal with gray hair, drinks gin all day, belongs to the Book of the Month Club.
Is that her?
No, that's my sweetheart, Bessie. Is this Maltz woman anything like her?
We don't know. We never met her, Oldtimer. All we know is she lives somewhere in this neighborhood.
Yes, I don't know her. Sorry, kid.
Oh, that's all right, Mr. Oldtimer. Say, are you and Bessie married now?
Not yet, daughter. Bessie ain't back yet.
Bessie isn't back from where?
Africa.
What on earth is Bessie doing in Africa?
Matter of fact, daughter, we ain't sure it is Africa.
Oh.
Might be Alaska, Iceland, Solomon Islands, or Texas.
Well, wherever she is, how'd she get there?
Flew.
Well, what's she doing wherever she is?
Probably kicking her heels and hollering her head off, daughter.
What?
You see, she was working on an airplane out of the factory, and she must have welded herself into a wing. Nobody missed her for 3 days. We don't know where she is now. Well, hope we find her.
The King's Men sing I'm an Old Cowhand.
Step ague, ornery, tender feet, whilst I sings my song. I'm an old cowhand from the Rio Grande, but my legs ain't bowed and my cheeks ain't tanned. I'm a cowboy who never saw a plow, never roped a steer, never milked a cow, and I sure ain't fixin' to start in now. Yippee-i-oh-ki-yay, yippee-i-oh-ki-yay. I punch cattle with the fire in the pan. I can hardly tell beef from pork, except on Tuesday. The only leather I ever pulled was in the subway in New York. Oh, get along, little doggy, get along, old cowhand. Rio Grande. Learn to ride, or I learn to stand. I'm a character tougher than an Arkansas mule. Never missed on the draw, never lost a you. And the horse I ride is a drugstore stool. Yippee! Ki-yay. I'm an old cowhand from the Rio Grande. And I love the plain and the desert sand. I know all the songs that the cowboys know, but the big corral where the doggies go. 'Cause I learned them all on the radio. Yippee-i-oh-ki-yay, 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 yip-yip-yip-ki-yay.
Only 2 houses to go, Molly. Only 2 more in the block. The search is narrowing down.
Yeah, so are my hips. Which is the only good thing I can say for this expedition. Let's let it go, McGee.
No, sir, I'm going to get that washing machine. I ain't going to let my own wife slave away over a scrubbing board. Besides, we haven't got a scrubbing board.
Oh, that's a very sweet
Hey, look,
story.
here comes the mail girl, the baguette. She ought to know where everybody lives around here. Hey, sis.
Hello, Mr. McGee. Hello, Mrs. McGee.
Hello, dear. Say, will you do us a favor? We're trying to find a Mrs. Malks.
Mrs. J. Benchley Moak?
That's the one, sis. That's the one.
I remember the name because she gets such a lot of mail.
Oh, tell us quick where does she live?
Yeah.
Well, I really don't know, Mrs. McGee.
Why, doggone it, sis. How can you deliver her mail if you don't know where she lives?
I don't deliver it. She picks it up at General Delivery. Well, nice to see you. Good day.
Oh, dear, I'm beginning to feel like a 90-year-old quiz kid, McGee. Let's stop asking people questions and go on home.
No, we're too close to the end of the chase now. Only 2 houses to go. Let's try this one first.
Why, I know who lives here.
Who?
Mr. Wimple.
Hello, Mrs. McGee. Hello, Mr. McGee. Won't you come in?
No, thanks, Wimp. We got to keep going. Look, do you know where a Mrs. Malks lives?
Mrs. J. Benchley Malks.
Why, of course I do, Mrs. McGee.
Oh, fine.
Minnie Malks is in one of Sweetie Face's physical torture classes.
You mean physical culture, Wimp?
I know what I mean, Mr. McGee. My goodness. You should see all those women in their sweaters and bloomers lined up doing their exercises.
Mm-hmm.
I took a candid camera picture of them once through a window.
Say, I'd like to see a print of that sometime, Mr. Wimple.
Oh, I haven't got the negative anymore, Mrs. McGee.
Oh.
The ladies chipped in and bought it from me for $200. Isn't photography fascinating?
My Wimp. Why, that's blackmail.
Yes.
Is your wife home now, Mr. Wimple?
Yes, Mrs. McGee, but I don't think you can see her now. She's under the piano.
Under the piano?
Yes. She picked it up to throw at me this morning, and her foot slipped, and she fell down, and the piano fell on top of it.
Heavenly days, Mr. Wimple. Why don't you do something about it?
Oh, I'm going to, Mrs. McGee. Just as soon as I finish working on my stamp collection. But you wanted to know where Mrs. Malks lived, didn't you?
Yes, we did, Wimp. She's advertising a washing machine for sale, and we want it. Does she live near here?
Oh, indeed she does.
Oh, where, Mr. Wimple?
Right here. She rents our front room upstairs.
Oh, my gosh.
I'll call her. Oh, Mrs. Malks, somebody to see you.
Yes? Mrs. Malks?
Yes? Mrs. Malks, this is Mrs. Fibber McGee. Mrs. McGee, this is Mrs. Mouse. Mrs. Mouse, this is Mr. McGee. Mr. McGee, this is Mrs. Mouse. Have I left anybody out?
How do you do? How do you do, I'm sure.
Now, look, Mulkey. We want to buy your washing machine.
My what? Your washing machine that you advertise in the paper. Show the paper, dearie.
Here's your ad right here. You say you got to sell it before April 1st. Are we in time?
Well, no, Mr. McGee. You're just a little late. If you look at the date on that paper, it's March 28th, 1941.
When you put a beautiful piece of linoleum down on your kitchen or bathroom floor, what do you say to yourself? I wish it would always look this nice? Or maybe I hope it wears forever? Chances are that's what you think, even if you don't say it. Now, suppose you already know all about how Johnson's self-polishing glow coat protects linoleum. Then what would you say? Probably something like this. I know this linoleum will always look nice and will wear practically forever because I'm going to protect it regularly with Johnson's glow coat. You might add, if you wanted to, because Glow Coat makes linoleum last 6 to 10 times longer. Keeps the colors bright and fresh, besides saving the hours of work. No, you wouldn't be exaggerating things a bit. Johnson's self-polishing Glow Coat does all these things and more. It needs no rubbing or buffing. That's why it's called self-polishing.
Hey, Molly.
Yes?
Isn't bluing supposed to make clothes white?
Yeah.
Well, then you've got the wrong kind. I've used 3 bottles, and these sheets are getting darker all the time.
3 bottles? Good night.
Good night.
Good night, darling.
The characters of the old-timer and Wallace Wimple heard on this program were played by Bill Thompson. This is Harlow Wilcox speaking to the makers of Johnson's Wax Finishes for home and industry, inviting you to be with us again next Tuesday night. Good night. This program has come to you from Hollywood. This is the National Broadcasting Company.
Kraft presents The Great Gildersleeve. The Kraft Cheese Company will also bring you Bing Crosby every Thursday night. Present each week at this time Harold Perry as The Great Gildersleeve, written by John Whedon and Sam Moore. We'll hear from The Great Gildersleeve in just a moment. But first, a few homemakers listening in are on the lookout for foods that are low in red ration point costs and yet high in food value. Let me suggest Parquet, the delicious, nourishing margarine made by Kraft. For Parquet costs just 5 red ration points per pound. It's one of the very best energy foods you can serve. And, of course, Parquet is an excellent year-round source of vitamin A. It's mighty important, too, that Parquet margarine has a delicate, appetizing flavor that'll perk up family appetites in many ways. Yes, Parquet is a wonderfully good-tasting spread for bread and toast and piping hot rolls, and a fine seasoning for hot-cooked vegetables. What's more, it's a real flavor shortening for your home baking, and it's grand for pan frying, too. So for outstanding flavor, for good nutrition, and for point value and cash economy, ask your dealer tomorrow for Parquet, P-A-R-K-A-Y. Parquet margarine made by Kraft. Just 5 red ration points per pound. Well, it's the second week in May, and May is when Summerfield really comes into bloom. But while others take their ease, Summerfield's fighting water commissioner girds himself for a Saturday morning of busy accomplishment at the office.
Gotta be going. Let's see. Briefcase, I've got it. Handkerchief in my pocket. Hat on my head. Goodbye, Bertie.
Bye, Miss Gildersleeve.
One side there, Leroy.
So long, Unc. Don't let anybody put anything over on you.
When did anybody ever put anything over on me?
Are you kidding?
Yes.
Miss Gildersleeve.
Yes, Bertie.
Are you going to be home for lunch today?
No, Bertie, I'm afraid not. Busy day ahead. Will that upset your plans?
Oh, no, so that means we can have a 16-point dinner.
Yeah. Leroy, you know something?
What, Unc?
I do believe this grass is getting long enough to mow.
Oh, now, Unc.
Get the jump on it, my boy. It's the only way. Never let it get ahead of you.
Gosh, you're liable to stunt its growth if you cut it now.
Just once over lightly with a lawnmower, Leroy. It won't do the grass a bit of harm. It'll do you a lot of good. I'd mow it myself if I weren't so busy.
Yeah. Throckmorton. Hi, Mrs. Ransom.
Oh, hello, Leela. Leroy, stick in your shirt tail. You look disgusting.
Throckmorton, you're not leaving.
Well, yes, I was. I was just on my way to the office, Leela. Busy day.
But what about your promise?
Promise?
You were going to go over the list of wedding invitations with me, who we were going to send them to and all.
Oh, so I was. Well, I'll tell you what, Leela. You just decide. Anything you decide's all right with me.
But aren't you interested in who comes to our wedding, Throckmorton?
Why, of course, Leela. I'm very interested. It's just that I've got a lot of important things to do down at the office.
Is anything more important than our wedding?
Watch it, Unc. It's a booby trap.
Leroy, I think we can dispense with your presence now.
Yes, run along, Leroy, and play with some of your little friends.
What a character.
Now, come and sit down on the porch with me, Throckmorton. It won't take long.
Yes, but Leela...
We've been putting it off, but we've just got to tend to it now. We've got to order the invitations, and engraving takes time. Sit down beside me.
I don't know anything about these things, Leela.
Well, I've made up a sort of a tentative list here. Now, first there's my great aunt Elizabeth.
Oh, before I forget it, put down the McGees, Fibber and Molly. I'll be sure to have them.
Well, let's discuss that later. We can't just invite everybody, you know. It's a small church.
Well, Fibber McGee is a small man.
Well, we'll get to them. But my great aunt Elizabeth, we've got to invite her because when Beauregard and I were married, she sent us a chafing dish.
We can't use more than one chafing dish.
Oh, silly. And there's George William Hungerford. He's a sort of a cousin of Beauregard's. You know, it was the most awful thing. Beauregard and I never thought to invite George William, and he sent us a dozen hand-painted service plates with pheasants on them. I know Beauregard would never forgive me if I didn't invite him this time.
Well, we want Beauregard to rest easy. Send George William a pass.
Well, then there's Aunt Elle and Uncle Chase, and I thought I'd kind of like to invite poor little old Darwin Shaw. Well, aren't you going to ask me about Darwin?
What about Darwin?
Well, poor Darwin. He was terribly in love with me at the time I got engaged to Beauregard. There was a sort of a misunderstanding, and somehow he got the idea that I was engaged to him. Oh, it was terribly embarrassing. He threatened to shoot himself if I married anybody else, but he didn't. He's in real estate.
And still hasn't shot himself?
Oh, no, he's doing real well, they tell me. But he's never married. I thought it would be nice if we invited him.
Oh, yeah, invite him and tell him to bring his six-shooter, Leela.
And then, of course, we've got to invite Beauregard's mother.
Listen, Beauregard had his wedding. What about my friends, Leela? I have a few friends, you know.
Of course, Throckmorton. That's why I wanted you to go over the list with me. Now, who would you like to invite?
Well, there's Fibber McGee and Molly.
Yes, you mentioned them. Who else?
The McGees live next door to me, you know, in Wistful Vista.
Yes, I know. Who else, Throckmorton?
McGee. Well, there's the McGees. I can't give you the whole list now, Leela. Look, it's late. I've got to get down to the office. But I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll go over the whole thing with you this afternoon.
Well, do you promise?
Promise.
Cross your heart?
Cross my heart. I do it right now, but I've got a million things on my mind.
Throckmorton?
Yes, Leela?
Aren't you forgetting something?
My briefcase.
Oh, no. Not your briefcase.
No? What then?
Well, I never had to remind Beauregard when he went off to the office.
Oh. Goodbye, honey.
That's better.
Beauregard. Let's see now. Hardly know where to begin here. Oh, here's a letter. Dear Mr. Gildersleeve, it has recently come to our attention that you're about to embark upon the happy venture of matrimony. Allow us to be the first to congratulate you on this important step in life. Well, have to send them an invitation. As a man of foresight, we know that you will want to look to the future, and when the time comes that we may supply you, what is this? Faithfully yours, Summerfield Deity Service. Oh. What else have we got here? Here's another one. Dear Mr. Gildersleeve, you call yourself a water commissioner? Oh, my goodness.
All right, Gildy, we're closing up here now. Come on.
Oh, hello, Judge. Dr. Pettibone. How are you, Doc?
Get your hat, Gildersleeve. You're coming with us.
What do you mean?
Have you forgotten what day this is?
No, it's Saturday.
Well, it's also opening day at the club.
By George, so it is, Horace. Opening day.
Come on, we got our golf clubs in the car. We'll stop the house, pick up yours. Pars will meet us down at the club.
Oh, gee, I'd like to, fellas, but I can't. Not today.
What do you mean you can't?
Well, they can't open the golf season without us, the old foursome. You know that.
I know, fellas, but you better just go along without me.
Nonsense. You want to get out in that old course and get some fresh air.
Doctor's orders, Gildy.
Gosh, I'd like to, but I can't. I've got important things to do.
What have you got to do that's so important?
Well, things. Besides, I promised.
Promised who?
Leela.
Uh-oh.
I promised her I'd help her with a list of invitations for the wedding.
Gildersleeve, don't tell me she's got you tied to her apron strings already.
I guess we know who's going to wear the slacks in that family.
No, see here, Hooker.
Alas, poor Gildersleeve. I knew him well. Another good man gone wrong. Well, come on, Judge. I guess we'll just have to find somebody else.
I'm sorry, Gildy, old man. We're going to miss you out there. Lovely day, too.
Gee, I'd like to, fellows.
You know that dog-leg hole you always had trouble with? Well, they straightened it out now. They say you can drive the green in one if you're lucky. I only mention it in passing.
Now, don't urge him, Doc. Don't urge him. Maybe Gildy's doing the wise thing. After all, he's getting on in years.
Who is?
Perhaps he knows best. If he's reached the time of life when he feels he ought to settle down and just spend his declining years puttering around the house, I think we should let him.
Listen, you old goat, I'll give you 2 strokes a hole and beat the pants off you.
Well, come on, then. What are we waiting for?
Well, boys, all even up to the 18th green. Pretty close match, I'd say.
Yeah, if it hadn't been for Gildersleeve's hole-in-one, we'd have beat you long ago. Lucky stiff.
Yeah, don't call it luck, Judgy. I was just trying to make a hole-in-one, you know.
Would you mind not laughing when I'm about to putt, Gildersleeve?
Oh, sorry, Powers. Go right ahead.
Thank you.
That's a beauty, partner. You're surely down in 5.
Never mind the gab, Judge. Go ahead and shoot.
I'll shoot all right. It's a very difficult putt.
Nothing to it, Judgy. Just relax. That's the secret.
Gildersleeve, if you don't behave, I won't print your hole-in-one in the paper.
All right, Powers. You can't take a little joke. Shoot, Judge.
Good shot, Hooker. You're sure of a 5 yourself. Go ahead, Pettibone.
Thank you. Say, it almost went in.
Concede your 5, Doc.
Thanks.
Looks like we'll have to play some extra holes.
Not if I sink my putt, Judge. If I sink this, we win.
Oh, don't be silly. That's an 18-footer.
If I can sink him from 120 yards, I can sink him from 18 feet. Every shot a little gem, fellas. Stand back, everybody. Quiet.
Nobody's making a sound.
I want it quiet anyway. Now, watch this.
Gildersleeve, don't get fancy. This is no time to try a one-handed putt.
Oh, that's one of my specialties, Doc. Look, every shot, a little gem. Yeah. Pay off, boys. Pay off. Nice hot shower. That's the best part of the game. We were sailing along.
Oh, that's terrible.
Cheer up, Judge. It'll be your turn to win someday.
That's right, Judge. Next time I'll be your partner.
All the love. Forget it, Powers. Come on, let's sing.
Yeah. We were sailing along on moonlight day. We could hear the voices singing. They seem to say, you have stolen my heart. Now don't go away. As we sang the most sweet song on moonlight day.
Not so bad.
Well, it was fine except for you, Judge. I think your throat has burned out a berry.
That reminds me, the Colts are on the winner.
Huh?
Oh, Eddie, Phil, Ah, those doggone boys. Oh, Eddie, get the drinks ready and give Mr. Gildersleeve the check.
Yes, sir. Well, fellas, here comes the old cold finish. Hang on to your hats now, boys. Give me a towel, somebody.
Gildersleeve, I can see you put on a little weight. And what's more, I can see where you put it.
Well, you're my doctor, Pettibone. If I'm overweight, it's your fault.
Oh, nonsense. All you need is a little more exercise.
That's easier said than done, Pettibone. His lady friend doesn't like to let him go out afternoons, you know.
That's not true. My time is absolutely my own.
Well, I was going to ask you, could you play in our poker game tonight?
Oh, no. He's got to spend the evening choosing his wedding guest.
Oh, is that so?
Maybe that's his idea of a good time. Now, Throckmorton, should we invite Auntie Grace and Uncle Henry?
Hey,
whatever you say, dear.
No, cut it out, Pettibone.
The wedding just won't be a wedding unless we invite Cousin Percival.
Hooker, I'm warning you.
I can't stand Cousin Percival.
Powers, would you care to step outside?
I can't, you darn fool. I haven't got any clothes on.
Oh. Well, then cancel my subscription to your newspaper. Today.
Don't you want to read about your hole-in-one?
Cancel it tomorrow.
Now, boys. Eddie, where are those coats? Eddie!
Coming, Judge.
Well, what about this poker game, Gildersleeve?
Gentlemen, I'm at your service. And I'll show you that in poker as in golf, Lady Luck sits on the shoulder of the best player.
Oh, for the love of...
He's just jealous, that's all.
Back a room. Just a minute. You, Miss Gildersleeve?
Oh, thank you, Eddie. Some gentleman calling me?
Gentlemen? No, sir. No, indeedy. Step up and tell her you're going to play poker tonight, Gildy.
Let's hear you put her in her place, Throckmorton.
Remember, Gildersleeve, never ask a woman. Tell her.
Yeah, I know. I'll tell her. Hello? Hello, Leela. Yes, I decided I'd play a little The doctor said I needed some exercise. Fellas, please. But Leela, I didn't understand it was definite for this afternoon. But I thought if I...
This program comes to you by electrical transcription.
But Leela...
Tell her about the poker.
Oh, Leela, we'll cut that out, Powers. What was that, Leela? Oh, Leela, don't say that. Don't cry, Leela. I've got good news for you. Yeah, I made a hole-in-one.
We were sailing along.
Quiet, fellas. But Leela. Please, fellas. But Leela. Oh, shut up. Quiet. Not you, Leela. Leela! Now, look what you did. My girl hung up on me.
The Great Gildersleeve will be with us again in a few seconds. Meanwhile, along with the suggestion that planning family menus in advance will save you points and money, I have another thought that may prove useful. Shop early in the week if you possibly can, and early in the day. That'll help your dealer, and it'll help you, too. He'll be more likely to have on hand the foods you've planned to buy, the outstanding red stamp values like Parquet, the delicious, nourishing margarine made by Kraft. It's worth shopping early to buy Parquet. For just 5 red ration points a pound, you buy a grand-tasting spread for bread that's equally fine for many other uses. You'll find it an appetizing seasoning for hot vegetables, a real flavor shortening for baking, and it's just about perfect for pan frying. Now, if it happens that your dealer doesn't have Parquet margarine the first time you ask for it, it's because of wartime shortages and Parquet's growing popularity. But Kraft is doing everything possible to keep dealers supplied. So ask for the vitamin A fortified energy food Parquet, P-A-R-K-A-Y. Parquet margarine made by Kraft. Now, returning to the Great Gildersleeve, we find him glumly finishing up his supper with Leroy, while Marjorie, dressed to go out, sits waiting impatiently for her boyfriend, Ben.
Mr. Gildersleeve, I hate to see you peck at your food like this. I ain't seen you eat such a light supper since the day you took Leroy to the circus.
Well, I can't help it, Bertie. Marjorie, don't you want something to eat? A little celery?
No, thank you. I'm mad now, and I'll just wait for Ben if I starve to death.
Where are you going, anyhow?
We were supposed to go to Bishop's Chop House for dinner, but we're so late now we'll never get a table. So we'll stand there for an hour, and by that time the meat will be gone. And by the time we've finished our chicken a la king, we'll be too late for the first show at the Majestic, so we'll stand in line there for an hour.
Well, the guy's probably run out of gas again.
Wouldn't be at all surprised.
Now, don't be too hard on the boy, my dear. He probably didn't mean to be late.
Oh, you men always stand up for each other.
Now, Ben's a nice boy, but I don't think you ought to mope over him.
No, fair one. Do not pine for Benjamin.
For goodness sake.
There is another who could love thee truly till death do us part. Kiss me.
Oh, stop it, Leroy.
Let me take you in my arms. Let me fold you to my bosom. Let me...
Leroy, stop that dribble.
Oh, gee, I was just trying to cheer things up a little. You and Marge are so lovesick, it's terrible.
I am not
Neither am
lovesick.
I.
Mr. Gildersleeve, could I interest you in a little dessert? It's chocolate pudding with vitamins B, D, and G.
Chocolate pudding? Bertie, we've been having chocolate pudding all the time lately.
Well, Mr. Gildersleeve, we ain't had chocolate pudding since week ago Tuesday. And I believe that was raspberry.
Huh? Give both helpings to Leroy, Bertie. I'm not myself this evening.
Not by a plateful. I'll go, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Well, there he is. 45 minutes late.
Good evening, Mr. Ben.
Oh, good evening, Bertie. Hello, Marjorie. Mr. Gildersleeve.
Hello, Ben.
Leroy.
Oh, Ben.
Well, good evening.
Ben, you didn't by any chance run out of gas, did you?
Yeah, I did.
Bingo!
Leroy.
Yeah, but that wasn't the reason I...
Ben Waterford, you make me so mad I could spit.
But, Josh,
Here we are an hour late, and we'll miss dinner, and we'll miss the show.
But, Marjorie...
Now, you can wait for me for a change. I'm going upstairs and change my dress.
Gosh.
Ben, my boy, they're all alike.
Well, Mr. Gildersleeve, if all the women act like that, all the men must be crazy.
They are.
We are crazy, we are crazy, we are nuts, oh, we are nuts. Happy little morons, happy little morons.
Leroy, that will do. You may leave the room, young man.
I want to hear you and Ben discuss days.
Yep. Young man, go instantly.
Okay, what a character.
What was that?
Nothing at all.
He's a great kid.
He's a pain in the neck.
Well, that too. Gee, suppose Marge is ever coming down?
Oh, yes, my boy. Just wants you to worry a little.
Well, I am.
When she comes down, there's just one thing to remember, Ben. Never ask a woman. Tell her.
Tell him, huh?
That's the secret.
That sounds like one of those good theories, but you don't know if she'll fly till you get her in the wind tunnel.
Huh? Oh. Yeah. Well, you take an example now, Ben. Take the case of a certain party I know. We'll call him Mr. A. He played golf recently when his fiancée expected him to spend the afternoon at her house.
Was she sore?
Oh, brother.
Well, Ben, have you got enough gas to get us downtown?
Well, sure. I had a gal in the back seat, but that wasn't what made me late.
It wasn't.
No, I was fixing up this little kind of a present for you. I hope you... Oh, here.
Oh, Ben, why didn't you tell me? Oh, I'm so embarrassed.
Gosh, what about me?
Oh, I just can't wait to look at it. Have you got a knife?
Oh, I left it in my other pants. New suit.
Here's my cigar cutter. No good for cigars, but fine for string. Here.
Oh, twin bracelets. Oh, Ben, they're beautiful.
I made them myself. Made them out of piston rings. I polished them on the lathe down at the shop.
I thought they were handcuffs, my boy.
Oh, Uncle Mort.
Huh?
Oh, they're just lovely. Ben, you were so sweet.
Thanks. Well, shall we get started?
Yes, if you've forgiven me.
Forgive you? Oh, gosh.
Well, good night, Uncle Mort.
Good night, my dear. Good night, my boy. Ben.
Yeah?
I think you've solved the problem of Mr. A.
Oh, hello, Mr. Gildersleeve. Kind of thought I'd be seeing you today.
Say, Peavy, you've got to help me out.
Well, that's what we druggists are in business for.
Peavy, have you ever been in a spot where you had to think fast how to please a woman?
Mr. Gildersleeve, I've never been out of it.
Well, I'm in that spot right now, Peavy. I got into a little trouble this afternoon, sort of fell among thieves, and now I've got to go over and face her. I thought maybe if I brought her a little gift of some kind, kind of dazzle her and take her mind off things.
Very difficult to do. Very.
Yeah, it is, huh? You don't think she'd accept the gift?
Well, no, I wouldn't say that. She'll accept your gift, all right, but then she'll get right back to the point.
Oh, I see.
Unless you happen to hit upon some particular weakness.
Weakness? How do you find that?
Well, the only way I know is trial and error. Now, in my own case, I was fortunate.
Oh?
I discovered Mrs. Peavy's weakness early.
Oh, what is her weakness? Maybe it would give me a clue.
Well, sir, I remember it was Atlantic City on our honeymoon. We were staying at the Breakers. Mrs. Peavy came into a small sum of money just before we were married, so we stayed there overnight.
Yeah. Oh, well, go on, Peavy.
Quite an establishment, the Breakers. Quite an establishment. I remember John Philip Sousa was opening at the Steel Pier that same weekend, and we...
You told me about that, Peavy. Get to the point, will you? What was it you discovered about Mrs. Peavy?
Well, it's a funny thing.
Yeah?
That woman has a positive mania for saltwater taffy.
Yes. Taffy?
Saltwater taffy. I bought her a 2-pound box there on the boardwalk, and I never heard another word out of her the whole trip. Of course, saltwater taffy is pretty sticky stuff.
Yes. Peavy, you've just given me an idea.
What's that?
Have you got any saltwater taffy?
No, Mr. Gildersleeve, I haven't. I'm sorry.
Then what's the use of telling me all this? Peavy, you can waste more time than any living mortal I know.
Well, no, I wouldn't say that. I haven't any saltwater taffy, but I'll tell you what I have got.
Yeah, what?
Some nice assorted chocolates. And they're hard to get these days.
Just the thing. Wrap it up, Peavy.
I have them already wrapped. It saves time.
Oh.
That'll be $1.63.
Okay, here.
Oh, Mr. Gildersleeve, there's just one thing. Perhaps I should have thought of it before.
Yeah, what was that?
The selection of chocolates you have there contains rather a large proportion of chewy pieces.
Well, that's all right. What about it?
Merely a precaution. You don't mind if I ask rather a personal question?
Go ahead, Peavy. You're a druggist.
About the lady in question.
Huh?
Are her teeth, shall we say, her own?
I've never asked her, Peavy, but I have every reason to believe that they are. Good day.
Good day, Mr. Gildersleeve. And good luck.
We were sailing along on Moonlight Bay. We could hear the voices singing. They seemed to say,
Well,
you have stolen my... Don't go away.
Mr. Gildersleeve, will you kindly take your foot out of my dog?
Leela, let me explain. You didn't give me a chance this afternoon. You see, this thing came up.
I have heard all the explanation I care to, Throckmorton. I am not interested in any explanations that come from locker rooms.
Leela, I've been a foolish boy, and I'm sorry. I've come to ask your forgiveness.
There are some things a woman just can't forgive, Throckmorton. And one of them is when a person says he'll go over an invitation list with her, and then he doesn't.
But Leela, wait a minute. Look, I brought you a present.
Present?
Uh-huh. All for you.
Well, you can come in, but only for a minute.
Leela, you're an angel. You know, sometimes I think I don't know how lucky I am.
Sometimes I don't think you do either, Throckmorton.
Here, from me to you, with love.
Well, maybe I have been too hard on you.
Sure, a man can make mistakes. Go ahead and open it. After all, we're all human. You wouldn't love me if I weren't human, would you, Leela?
No, I guess not, Throckmorton. Gracious, I'm so excited. I wonder what's in it.
Oh, I'll tell you. It's candy.
Candy? Mm-hmm. Oh, it's so long since I've had any. Throckmorton, you're a...
Leela, what is it?
Mr. Gildersleeve, you may take your candy and go elsewhere with it.
Oh?
Here.
What's this? What if you're careworn and wrinkled? What if your hair's turned to gray? To me, you'll always be Mother, the dear one we honor today.
Oh, Peavy!
Well, hello, boys. Make lots of noise. Deal me in.
Gildersleeve. Well, I'll beat you.
You're surprised to see me, huh, fellas? I told you I'd be here. Deal me in.
I never thought you'd make it. How'd you get away?
No problem at all. I simply said, Leela, I promised the boys I'd play poker tonight, and I always keep my promises. And she said, all right, dear, just whatever you think best. Good night, everybody.
Music on this program was under the direction of Claude Sweeten. This is Ken Carpenter speaking for the Kraft Cheese Company and inviting you to listen in again next week for the further adventures of the Great Gildersleeve.
Are you puzzled with the main dish problem? Many women are these days. There's not only the money budget to consider, but also a ration stamp budget that can't be replenished with all the money in town. Well, here's one smart purchase that's easy on both budgets. It's Kraft Dinner, the product that gives you delicious macaroni and cheese in just 7 minutes cooking time. Yes, with Kraft Dinner, you get a nourishing main dish for 4 people, an economical main dish in a hurry. And the family will like Kraft Dinner macaroni and cheese. The macaroni is so fluffy light, and the cheese flavor is all through it. You see, each package of Kraft Dinner contains an envelope of Kraft Grated along with the special quick-cooking macaroni. You cook the macaroni just 7 minutes in boiling water. With the Kraft Grated, you simply sprinkle the cheese goodness through and through the macaroni in a jiffy. Your main dish is ready, a main dish you can repeat time and time again. And here's an exciting part of the news I've been holding back. Kraft Dinner takes only 1 red ration point. Ask your food dealer for Kraft Dinner. This is the National Broadcasting Company.
Johnson Wax Program with Fibber, McGee, and Molly. The makers of Johnson's Wax and Johnson's Self-Polishing Glow Coat present Fibber, McGee, and Molly, written by Don Quinn with music by the King's Men and Billy Mills Orchestra. There's one thing they certainly teach a boy in the Army, to be neat and tidy. There's nothing like a stretch of kitchen police for giving a man respect for little things like keeping shoes shined, buttons sewed on, guns spotless and gleaming. Which reminds me that S.C. Johnson & Son are making for the armed forces millions of cans of a product for keeping those rifles clean called Rifle Bore Cleaner. I forget just how many, but it's an impressive figure. And it's just one of a number of war products made by the makers of Johnson's Wax. Special finishes of all kinds that go directly or indirectly into war production. Many of these are for the protection of metal or rubber or wood surfaces in the same way that millions of homes use regular Johnson's Wax and Johnson's Self-Polishing Glow Coat for the protection of floors, furniture, woodwork, and linoleum.
They say that in the spring a young man's fancy. But while this is spring, the squire of 79 Wistful Vista is not as young as he was and consequently doesn't feel so fancy. In fact, he feels awful. So hold your diagnoses for the next half hour and get a load of Fibber, McGee, and Molly.
McGee, what's the matter with you today? You've been grumping around here like a centipede with bunions.
I don't know. I just don't feel good. I think I'm coming down with something.
Yes, and I know what you're coming down with, too.
You do?
Yes, you're coming down with the rug out of the upstairs hall and beat it out in the backyard.
No, I'm not. I'm too sick for that stuff. No kidding. I got no pep today. I'm not good for anything.
Ah, go on. You've just got an acute attack of honesty, dearie.
Huh?
What are your symptoms, if any?
I'll give them to you alphabetically. A, I'm all wore out. B, I'm bushed. C, I got chills. D, I'm dead. E, I got no energy. And F, I need a physician.
Have you got a headache?
No, I haven't. The worst thing I got is no pep. I got no energy. I just want to sit down and rest all the time. What's the matter with me anyway?
Oh, I think it's just temporary. You've only felt that way for 25 years. It'll go away.
I think I ought to have a doctor.
Nonsense. Go out and take a walk or take a nap in the porch swing or maybe mow the lawn.
Oh, mow the lawn, she says. You trying to kill me? Anyway, I ain't got enough energy to do any work. No sleep, for one thing. Uncle Dennis woke me up last night when he come home from that bakery at 4 a.m.
How do you know he was at the bakery?
He was pie-eyed again.
Now, listen, don't pick on Uncle Dennis. He had a great sorrow once in 1924, and he can't forget it.
You mean the time his wife ran away with a sewing machine salesman?
Yes.
I thought she came back.
That's his sorrow.
I got my own troubles. My legs are so much like rubber, I feel unpatriotic every time I take an extra step. Look, Molly, call Doc Gamble for me.
No, I won't, McGee. Doctors are too busy these days to make unnecessary calls.
It don't have to be a business call. Ask him over for dinner. We're having chicken anyway.
Fibber McGee, if you think I'm going to ask Dr. Gamble over for dinner just so you can wheedle a little free medical advice out of him, what's his number?
Give me the phone. I'll call him myself.
Here.
Thanks. Hello, operator. Give me Dr. Gamble in the medical and loans on your signature alone building. I think the number is 8654. Goodness sakes, is that you, Mert?
Oh, dear.
How's every little thing, Mert? It is, eh? What's say, Mert? Your mother? She beat the rap, eh?
Heavenly days, McGee. What happened?
Her mother bought an evening wrap and had to hurry home before it was delivered. What's say, Mert? Well, I'll call him later. Thanks, Mert. Doctor's out, I guess.
Good. Now, why don't you go out and lie on the porch swing until dinner time, or just take a good rest for yourself, dear?
Oh, I tried that. Those doggone robins make so much noise I couldn't sleep a wink. I'm just a bundle of nerves, I guess. You suppose I got what...
Come in. Well, Abigail Luffington. Hello, darling.
How do you do, my dear? And Mr. McGee?
Hi, Abby. Don't get too close to me. I think I'm coming down with some topical disease.
You mean tropical, dearie?
Yes. Topical means talked about.
Well, then he's right, Abigail. He's talked about nothing else.
Okay. Scoff if you want to. Be right. But when I'm laying there in bed with specialists from all over the world conferring in whispers outside my door, don't think you can square yourself with me by bringing over a gel of jar made homie. I mean a home of gel made jar. A jet of gel. You know what I mean.
He does seem a bit upset, my dear. What do you suppose is the matter with him?
Oh, just spring, I think, Abigail. Everybody gets it. I went around all day yesterday with a dull headache.
Oh, where did you and Mr. McGee go?
Oh, I didn't mean that, Abigail.
Let me tell you my symptoms, Uppy. I got no pep. I got no energy. I want to sleep all the time. Can't hardly keep my eyes open. No ambition. All the time drowsy. My shoes keep falling off.
Oh, they're not laced up?
Oh. And then, too, my eyes keep watering.
I told you not to smoke those cigars so short.
What do you think it is? What do you think it is, Uppy? Malaria?
Oh, no, Mr. McGee. I don't think so. I think you will always be immune to malaria.
Why, really, Abigail?
Malaria is carried by mosquitoes, my dear. And Mr. McGee is too thick-skinned to tempt a mosquito.
Gee, thanks, Uppy. You're not just saying that because you admire me.
No, Mr. McGee. But I think I know exactly the treatment for you.
Well, what should he do, Abigail? Take sulfur and molasses?
No, but when he gets up in the morning, he should take 20 aspirin tablets.
My gosh, 20 aspirin tablets. How do I take them?
Take them out in the backyard, throw them one by one over the roof, and then run around the house and try to catch them.
Oh, you think the exercise will do him good?
My dear, he'll be a different man. And what a civic improvement that will be. So goodbye.
Hey, Molly.
Yes, McGee?
Well, try and get Doc Gamble again, will you? I feel awful.
Oh, all right. What's his number?
8654. I'd call him myself, but I haven't got the strength to hold the receiver.
I know. You've worn yourself to a frazzle holding up that Christmas number of Esquire all afternoon.
Well, there's some very interesting stories in it, they say.
Wait a minute. Hello, operator. Give me Wistful Vista 8654. What? Oh, how do you do, Myrtle?
Ask her how's every little thing, Myrtle.
How's every little thing, Myrtle? It's here? What's that, Myrtle? Your cousin Myra. Had the hiccups for 7 weeks.
My gosh, why didn't they do something about it?
Well, they didn't know she had them. She's a riveter. Yes. What, Myrtle? Oh, thank you. She's ringing Dr. Gamble's office now, McGee.
Tell him we're having fried chicken.
The poor lad. I guess he could use a good home cook. Hello? Is Dr. Gamble there? Well, this is Mrs. McGee. Will you tell Doctor that we want him for dinner tonight?
Yeah, he'll look good on a platter with an apple in his mouth.
Yes. You tell him to get here whenever it's convenient. Yes, he knows where it is. Thank you. Well, his office nurse said she thought he'd love it, McGee.
Why, sure he'll love it, particularly fried chicken. Doctors get so they think the only bird in the world is a stork. See, I wish I had some pep. I feel like I'd been drugged through a knothole. I never thought I'd ever feel. Wonder if that's the doctor already. Come in.
Say, he couldn't hear that if he had his stethoscope at the keyhole. Come in.
Hello there, kid.
Oh, hello, Mr. Oldtimer.
Hi.
Understand from Mrs. Uppington that Johnny here's got the pip, daughter. That's why I come over.
Oh, I think it's just a touch of spring, Mr. Oldtimer. He just has a feeling of lassitude.
Yeah, and my longitude ain't so hot either.
Well, I just thought I'd drop over and give you Grandma's recipe for a spring fever, kid.
Doggone it, I haven't got spring... I don't think that's it, old-timer. I'm just sick. I got no pep. I got no energy.
What is your grandmother's recipe, Mr. Oldtimer?
Well, sir, daughter, it's been in our family for generations. Handed down from mother to daughter. Daughter to daughter, daughter to son. Son to uncle, uncle to sister, sister to brother, brother to cousin, cousin to aunt, aunt to nephew, and nephew gave it back to Grandma, who was so sick of hearing about the darn thing she tore it up.
Well, I don't want any of your corny old homemade remedies anyway.
Put you back on your feet again, Johnny.
I don't want to get back on my feet.
No, that looks bad, daughter.
What does?
Well, it's kind of a case when the patient don't want to be helped. And he just lets himself go to pot, which I can see that Johnny's doing even with that double-breasted coat on. Why, Johnny, you've got no cause to give up. You're young. I'm twice your age.
Twice my age? You're 9 times my age. Is it true that Captain John Smith beat your time with Pocahontas?
That's a nasty falsehood, Johnny. Just because a fellow gives a gal some chewing tobacco now and then don't mean he's serious. Them Indians talk too much. What I was going to say is I'm twice your age. I'm in better shape than you are.
Well, neither one of you has any shape to brag about.
I can still jump up in the air and crack my heels together 3 times. Look it.
Oh, heavenly days, what a fall. Are you all right, Mr. Oldtimer?
Yes, I guess so, daughter. And, Johnny...
Yeah?
You keep lying down and take it easy, Johnny. We ain't as young as we were, you know. So long, Ted.
Well, you feel any better, dearie?
No, I feel worse. I'd smoke a cigar, but I haven't got the strength to puff on it. You know what I bet? I bet I got the colic.
Oh, no, you don't mean the collie. You mean the colic.
I do not. A colic is when your hair won't stay down.
No, that's a colic.
I thought a colic was a big hunk of rock salt they put in the pasture.
Well, maybe it is, but you don't mean collie. Collie is a dog.
That's what I says. I'm dog tired. I got no pep. I got no energy.
Hello, folks. How's everything?
Hello, Mr. Wilcox. Well, McGee doesn't feel very good today.
Why, what's the matter, pal?
I don't know, Junior. I got no pep. I got no energy. My muscles are as flabby as ravioli.
Well, I'm sorry to hear it. I was going on a little trip, and I was hoping you could go with me.
Oh, where are you going, Mr. Wilcox? Your annual pilgrimage to Racine, Wisconsin to lay a wreath of forget-me-nots on the loading platform of the Johnson Wax Company?
No, I'm going back to my old hometown, Omaha, Nebraska.
Ah, good old Omaha.
Yes, sir.
I played there in vaudeville once. Brandeis Theater. Yeah. That was years ago, of course, when I was in good health.
Oh, you and your health. You're a hypochondriac.
So what? You go to your church and I'll go to mine.
What kind of vaudeville act did you have then, dearie?
Lousy. Used to throw a 40-pound cannonball up in the air and catch it on the back of my neck.
Gee, didn't you ever get hurt?
No, but every time I caught the cannonball, it took 1/4 of an inch off my height. Would you believe it that I used to be 6 foot 2 inches tall? I had to quit before it made a midget out of me. Well, what you going to do in Omaha, Junior?
Well, I've been asked to sing at a birthday party.
You sing?
Wow. How did you know?
How do you know what?
About WOW.
What are you talking about?
Well, that's whose birthday party it is. Station WOW in Omaha. 20 years old this month.
Wow.
Meaning no disrespect, Mr. Wilcox. I've heard you sing, and that's a long way to go to do it.
Yeah. Ain't far enough.
Well, I know, but that isn't the only reason. There's a Better Homes show there, too, and I'm giving a talk on Johnson's Wax.
Oh.
How it protects and preserves furniture and woodwork and floors and seals the surfaces of so many things against dust and dirt and dampness.
Oh.
How it saves hours of housework because it makes cleaning such an easy job, and how Johnson's Wax is so valuable right now when conservation is the watchword.
Well, I can listen to that stuff all day, Junior, if you'll promise not to sing Smiling Through.
Well, as a matter of fact, I'm writing a song about how a Johnson's Waxed home is a clean home on account of how it protects against germ-laden dust and dirt.
Oh.
I'm calling the song, Beat Me Daddy, 8 to the Bar, if you don't think my housework is up to par. How do you like it?
Well, confidentially, Junior.
McGee, it does not.
Look, Harlow, there's something fishy about this. Admitting that you're a local boy that made good, Omaha's got better singers than you, and Omaha's got a Johnson Wax representative there that can give a lecture just as good as you can give. Now, come clean, kid. What you really going back to Omaha for?
Well, if you must know, I'm going to the Omaha stockyards and see if I can get me a good steak. I'll be thinking of you, pal. See you next week.
Notice the sympathy he gives me on my illness? That guy's got all the tender compassion of a pile driver. Gosh, I'm tired.
Yes, I know, dearie. I've heard you mention it. And I'll have to admit you don't look sick, though.
I don't really?
No, you don't. You merely look like a fellow... Oh, heavenly days, there's the doctor now, and me in a house dress. You entertain him, dearie, while I put my face on.
Okay. Ah, there's a good kid. Pretty worried about me, too. Kidding me to keep up her spirits. Come in, doctor.
Hi, mister.
Oh, So it's you, is it, sis?
Sure it is, I betcha. What'd you think?
I was expecting the doctor.
Oh, who's sick, mister?
I am.
Oh, yeah?
Look, sis, if I wasn't a sick man, I'd leap up off of this Davenport and give you a burst of applause with one hand. I'm in no mood to fiddle the paddle with you today.
Gee, mister, don't you like little children?
Yes, I like little children. But there's a time and a place for everything. And it's time you got out of this place.
Okay, mister. But, gee, I was awful lonesome on account of Willie Toops has got the mumps, and I thought maybe you'd tell me a story or something.
Okay. Cut it out. You know I can't stand to see a woman weep. If I tell you a story, will you paddle your little pumps out of here?
Sure, I will, I betcha. Cross my heart and kiss the milkman.
What does that mean, cross your heart and kiss the milkman?
I don't know, mister. My mama's been saying that ever since we ran out of butter a couple weeks ago.
Well, now, let me see. Oh, look, sis, did I ever tell you how the tiger got his stripes?
No, mister.
Well, it's a very, very snappy hunk of folklore, sis. Once upon a time, thousands of years ago, in India, there was a tiger named Joe. A very, very smart tiger, too.
A Princeton tiger, huh?
Well, sir, one day as Joe was walking through the jungle looking for his mate...
And potatoes.
No, not mate and potatoes. That's his mate, the lady tiger. As Joe was walking along, he passed the village and saw a barber standing outside of a barber shop. A nice, fat barber.
Oh.
So Joe says to himself, he says, ha, breakfast. So he sneaks along on his stomach. All of a sudden, he leaps at the barber.
Oh, boy.
But the barber sees him just in time, and he ducks behind the barber pole. And Joe was going too fast to stop, and go. He swallowed the barber pole by mistake. And ever since then, all tigers have wore stripes. They all wear stripes now to remind them not to act so hasty. Was that a good story?
No.
Huh?
In the first place, mister, everybody knows that by natural mutation, the tiger develops stripes for protective coloration to blend imperceptibly with the surroundings of their natural habitat. So don't give me that barber pole malarkey. No. As a frank buck, you're spent. So long, mister.
The King's Men sing Oceana Roll.
Back in 1911, vaudeville was in its heaven. Everyone was doing it. Everyone was frivolous and gay. Comedians in baggy pants were followed by precision dancers. Then up on the stage at a slightly smaller wage appeared the old quartet. And in a style you can't forget, they open up and sing this way. Billy McCoy was a musical boy. On the cruiser Alabama, he was there on that piano like a fish down in the sea. When he rattled off the melody, every sailor boy began to holler, ship ahoy, when Billy cuts loose at sea. You ought to see it. Every worm begins to twist and squirm. The ship begins to dip and does the corkscrew turn. The smoke is rolling black from out the smoky stack. It's floating up to heaven and it won't come back. Here and there you'll see a stool and chair, a slipping round the cabin shouting, I don't care. And then the bell begins a ringing and the hammock starts a swinging. A sitting at that piano there on the Alabama playing the Oceana roll. Now when the bell begins to ring, when the hammock begins to swing, you better man the dilly. There goes Billy. Sailor Billy boy is a real McCoy. His ship goes whoop, whoop, whoop with joy. There upon the Alabama, sitting at the old piano, knocking out a raggy rhythm. Everybody's dancing as they're rolling on the mighty ocean with the gay and easy motion. He's playing that Oceana roll. The Oceana roll.
Hey, Molly, Doc Gamble is here. Open the door, will you? I'm too weak to get up.
All right, McGee. You just lie still and be good to your arteries. Well, hello, Dr. Gamble. I'm so glad you could come.
Good evening, Mrs. McGee. Mighty nice of you to invite me. Gave me an excuse to avoid a lecture tonight on the evolution of bone structure in the lesser mammals by a man I went to medical school with.
Oh.
All he knows about bones your fox terrier could bury in a flower pot. You're looking very well, Mrs. McGee.
Oh, thank you, Doctor. I'm fine. You know, I haven't had a cold since you painted my throat 2 months ago.
Oh, I'm a wonderful throat painter. In the medical world, I'm known as the Rembrandt of the epiglottis.
Hi, Doc.
Well, I didn't see you there, McGee. You're looking very well, too, my boy.
I am?
He is?
Yes, indeed. The picture of health.
Oh.
And I'm glad to see you relaxing there on the Davenport, McGee.
Huh?
Keep that up and you'll live to be 120.
Huh?
You can't burn the candle at both ends without making a double dip of yourself.
Is there much sickness around now, Doc? Like malaria and stuff?
Oh, nothing extraordinary, McGee. Oh, that reminds me, Mrs. McGee, I might have to leave right after dinner.
Really?
Yes, I'm expecting a baby.
Oh, your first time?
Well, hardly my first. This will be my 1,211th. Enough to populate a small village, a small, noisy village. Well, where's this fried chicken, Mrs.
I'll
McGee?
go out and see how it's coming along, Doctor. McGee, you entertain Dr. Gamble. Excuse me a minute, boys.
Well, Doc, I guess you didn't expect to find me in this condition, did you?
No, sir, I certainly didn't, McGee. Healthiest looking man in town. How do you do it? Just learn to take things easy, huh? Well, that's marvelous. Yes, sir?
As a matter of fact, Doc, I've been kind of off my feet.
Good for you, good for you. More people die of overeating than traffic accidents anyway. You're very wise, McGee. Been a lot of graves dug with a knife and fork. I always say...
Would you mind answering the door, Doc? I got no pep. I got no energy.
Well, who wants energy? Just wears you out before your time. Besides, no use leaping around answering doorbells when you can holler. Forget your legs and use your lungs. Come in, come in, come in.
Thanks, Doc.
Hello, Mr. McGee. Hello, Mrs. McGee. Oh, excuse me.
Hi, Wimp, old man. Wimp, this is Dr. Gamble. Doc, shake hands with Wallace Wimple.
How do you do, Doctor?
Delighted, Mr. Wimple. Very interesting contusion you have on your lower maxillary. Wife take a poke at you?
Yes.
McGee, did I hear the doorbell ring? Oh, hello, Mr. Wimple.
Hello, Mrs. McGee. I won't bother you but just a minute. I only wanted to know if I could borrow your stepladder.
Why, certainly, Mr. Wimple. Get it for him, McGee.
I ain't got the strength, Molly. You can get it, Wimp. It's right on the back porch.
That's the spirit, McGee. Conserve your strength. All muscles are good for anyway is to keep your bones from scratching your skin. Hanging some wallpaper, Mr. Simple?
Simple, Doctor.
Oh, excuse me.
I just wanted the ladder on account of Sweetie Face.
Sweetie Face? Your dog?
Sweetie Face is his wife, Doc.
Oh, excuse me.
What about Sweetie Face, Mr. Wimple?
Oh, we got into a little argument this morning, Mrs. McGee, up in the attic. She was practicing some jiu-jitsu holds on me, and my foot slipped out from under my arm and hit her in the nose.
And then what happened, Wimp, if you can bear the memory of it?
Oh, she made a lunge at me, Mr. McGee. Only I dodged, and she went right through the window. She just caught hold of the windowsill in time, and she'd have fallen 3 floors.
Well, how can a frail little man like you haul her back in, Mr. Waffle?
Wimple.
Oh, excuse me.
And I didn't haul her in. She's still hanging there.
Ever since this morning?
Why, how could she hang on that long, Wimp?
Oh, I fixed that, Mr. McGee. I slammed the window down and pinned her hands to the windowsill.
That's very interesting. Going to use the ladder to get her down, huh?
No, I'm going to climb up on the roof and pull the ladder up after me. Sooner or later, Sweetie Face is going to work loose, and then, oh, my. Thank you, Mr. Good night, folks.
Frugal little family, isn't it? Well, is that fried chicken nearly ready, Mrs. McGee?
In just a few minutes, Doctor. I just took the biscuits out of the oven. Better go comb your hair, McGee.
Oh, I don't want any dinner, Molly. I got no pep. I got no energy. Maybe you can bring me some stuff on a tray.
Oh, no, I'll do no such a thing, McGee. Come on, get up.
Oh, don't talk like that, my dear. He's very intelligent. He's relaxing.
No, I'm not. Doc?
You're not?
Now, McGee, you...
Well, Doc's interested, aren't you, Doc?
In what?
My case. You see, Doc, I got no pep. I got no energy. Ever since I got up this morning, I've been feeling dopey.
McGee, you're wonderful.
Huh?
You've just diagnosed your own case better than a staff of specialists.
You mean I'm just naturally a doctor?
No, I mean you're just naturally dopey. Well, is that chicken...
April being the month of showers, it's also the month when wet feet come tracking across that kitchen floor of yours. The question is, have you protected the linoleum against that dirt and moisture with Johnson's self-polishing glow coat? If you have, then you can relax when those soggy shoes and wet, muddy rubbers come tramping in. The linoleum is safe, and it won't be much work to make your floor spotless again. Soil spots are quickly wiped up with a damp cloth. Johnson's glow coat is the easy-to-use floor polish, needs no rubbing or buffing. And in times like these, it renders extra assistance because self-polishing glow coat makes linoleum last 6 to 10 times longer than an unprotected surface.
Better since you had your dinner, McGee?
No, I can't say I do. I should have stayed lying down on the Davenport.
I thought that's where you were. What were you doing?
I've been upstairs. I was reading in What to Do Till the Doctor Comes about my case, but it didn't work.
What didn't work?
Well, it says to take a hot foot bath, but every time I stepped in the tub, the match went out.
Oh, dear.
That's what I say. Good night.
Good night, all.
Characters of the old-timer and Wallace Wimple heard on this program were played by Bill Thompson. This is Harlow Wilcox, speaking for the makers of Johnson Wax Finishes for Home and Industry, inviting you to join us again next Tuesday night. Good night. This program reached you from Hollywood. This is the National Broadcasting Company.
Kraft presents The Great Gildersleeve. The Kraft Cheese Company will also bring you Bing Crosby every Thursday night. Present each week at this time Harold Perry as The Great Gildersleeve, written by John Whedon and Sam Moore. We'll hear from the Great Gildersleeve in just a moment. But first, I think most homemakers listening in will agree that between rising food costs and red stamp rationing, it's getting to be more and more of a problem to satisfy family appetites. Well, if that's the case in your house, one good way to practice true economy is to place Parquet, the quality margarine made by Kraft, at the top of your grocery shopping list. For Parquet margarine requires just 5 red ration points, and it's just about the finest flavored spread for bread your family ever tasted. What's more, Parquet is a delicious seasoning for everyday hot-cooked vegetables, a real flavor shortening for baking. And you'll especially like it for pan frying because it doesn't spatter or stick to the pan. Yes, the family will like Parquet for appetizing flavor and for wonderful nourishment, too. It's one of the best energy foods you can serve, and every pound contains 9,000 units of vitamin A. So for flavor, for economy, and for good nutrition, ask your dealer for Parquet, P-A-R-K-A-Y. Parquet margarine made by Kraft. Now on to Summerfield, where we join that illustrious citizen and industrious lover, Throckmorton P. Gildersleeve. And where do we find him? Well, love is funny. The door that yesterday was slammed in your face today flies open at your approach. And so we discover the great Gildersleeve and his lady love once more together, seated on the sofa in his living room, gazing into the future and laying plans for the event that is shortly to make him the happiest man in the world.
Leela,
Yes, Throckmorton.
a penny for your thoughts.
Oh, gracious. My poor little old thoughts, they're hardly worth a penny.
Well, you know me. I'm a spendthrift.
Silly. I'll tell you what I was thinking, though. I was thinking you and I are going to have to go and look at furniture one of these days soon.
Furniture? What for, Leela? I've got more furniture now than you can sit on.
Well, I know, Throckmorton, but after all...
What's the matter with it?
Well, I guess there's nothing really the matter with it, but it just hasn't any style.
Oh, no.
It's true, Throckmorton. Take that easy chair there.
That's my chair.
I know, and look at it.
What's the matter with that chair? I like it.
Oh, but look at the shape of it, that short little back and that great enormous seat.
There's always a reason for everything, Leela.
You know, the trouble with you, Throckmorton, you've been a bachelor so long you're set in your ways.
No,
Yes, you are. But after we're married, things will have to be a little different. Now, this house, for instance.
All right, I'll admit the house needs painting. That's all right with me.
Well, that's not quite what I was thinking, Throckmorton.
No? What were you thinking?
Well, you know that big white house on the edge of town out toward the country club? The one that's sort of set back among the trees with a big lawn in front?
You mean the old Burton place?
I guess so, yes. Well, I understand it's for sale.
Of course it's for sale. It's been empty for 3 years. Leela, you weren't thinking of moving out of this house.
Well, it's a nice house and all, Throckmorton, but it is kind of old-fashioned.
I like it.
Well, it's old-fashioned without being really antique, if you know what I mean.
I like it.
I just thought you're doing so well now and all. And Judge Hooker says he frankly doesn't think this place is suitable for a man of your position in this time.
Oh, he doesn't. Well, you tell Judge Hooker not to worry himself about me. I'm not moving out of this house no matter what he thinks.
Even if you knew that...
No, that's my final answer, Leela. I wouldn't even consider it.
Well, all right, darling. If that's the way you feel about it, I won't say another word.
I hope you don't think I'm just being stubborn.
Darling, the house is already forgotten. All I want in the world is for you to be happy. You know that. After all, you're my lord and master. Or you soon will be.
Lord and master. And give me a kiss.
Throckmorton,
Yes, honey.
would you do something for me?
Anything, my love.
Something awfully sweet.
Anything. What is it?
Would you shave off your mustache?
Shave it off, but Leela.
Just to see how it would be. You can't tell. It might make you look younger.
Younger?
Yes. You don't want people to think of me as an old man's darling.
Leela, you don't think of me as old.
Of course not, Throckmorton, but I'd just like to see how you'd look without it.
No, sir. Nothing doing. I just wouldn't be me without my mustache, Leela.
Very well. In that case, would you kindly move over, Throckmorton, and give me a little room on this sofa?
Oh, now,
You
Leela.
said you'd do anything I asked. You promised.
Leela, why do you have to change everything? Can't you love me the way I am?
Well, I don't think you can love me very much. All I ask you to do is to shave off a little old mustache. I'm not asking you to buy any new furniture. I'm not asking you to move.
All right.
Besides, it tickles.
All right, Leela, all right. I'll shave it off. Delilah.
Well, good morning, Mr. Gildersleeve. Wasn't expecting to see you for another week or 10 days.
I know, but here I am. Floyd, I want you to shave off my mustache.
What?
You heard me. Let's get at it because I'm a busy man.
All right, Commissioner, but I don't mind telling you I hate to do it.
Never mind that. Lather me up.
Okay, you're the doctor, but I'll tell you why I say that. It was some years ago when I had my other shop over in Ashton. One day a fellow come in. He was quite a character in town, sort of public figure, a little on the stout side, like yourself.
I suppose what's under your vest is laundry.
No offense, Mr. Gildersleeve, no offense, but this fellow's been wearing a mustache all his life, 30 or 40 years. And all of a sudden he come in and asked me to shave it off.
That's why I came in, too.
Oh, in 2 shakes. Have to strop a little. Of course, I was just a young fellow then. I didn't know what I know now. Full of beans and no brains. So I never gave it a second thought. Just went right ahead and shaved his mustache like it was hay.
Come on, Floyd. I haven't got all day.
When I was through, the fellow took one look at himself, then he put his hand over his face, ran out of the shop, tore down to the depot and bought a ticket and left town on the next train. He didn't come back till 3 months later, and by that time he had a new mustache. I was the only fellow in town that ever saw him without it, and he never spoke to me again. So I hate to shave off your mustache, Mr. Gildersleeve, but here she goes.
Floyd, let's not rush into this thing, huh?
No, sir?
No, just trim off a little at each end so I can see how that'll look, huh?
Oh, slow and easy. I got you, Mr. Gildersleeve. About this much, say?
A little less.
About this much?
A little more. There.
Uh-huh. All right, now sit still. There. Now, if you cover up the other end with your finger, you can get an idea.
I'm afraid to look, Floyd. Go ahead and even her up.
All right, now sit still. There. Well, how do you like it?
I don't know. What do you think, Floyd?
Hard to say. Makes you look different, all right. Well, if it ain't Judge Hooker, come on in, Judge.
Morning, Floyd. Well, Gildersleeve, what on earth? Whose idea was this, your lady friend?
Never mind, Hooker.
Maybe I better call her up and tell her to get ready for a shot.
You stay away from her. You've made enough trouble already.
What do you mean?
What's the idea of putting bees in her bonnet about my house not being good enough for me?
I didn't say it wasn't good enough for you. I said it wasn't good enough for a man with political ambition.
What do you mean by that?
Well, it seems obvious enough. Man wants to be president. It's all right to be born in a log cabin, but the time comes when he has to get out of it. Isn't that right, Floyd?
Well, You stay out of this, Floyd. In the first place, Hooker, I'm not in politics. In the second place, the voters choose a man for his ideas, not his residence.
Maybe so, Gilder, maybe so. But look at Congressman Abernathy. His house looks exactly like Thomas Jefferson's, and that impresses the voters. Doesn't it, Floyd?
Well,
You stay out of this. Hooker, when I get ready to run for Congress, I'll buy a Jeffersonian house. Until then...
All right, Gildy, all right. But there's a house on the market now that'd be just right. May not be there by the time you throw your hat in the ring. They're talking about you for Congress in 44, you know.
They are?
Definitely.
Who?
I can't tell you.
Yes.
But if you were to get your hands on that old Burton place...
Well, maybe I'll think it over, Judge. So long, and thanks for the tip.
Mr. Gildersleeve, did you say tip?
What? Here you are, Floyd.
What's going on?
Going on? What are you talking about, Leroy?
Somebody's been sabotaging your mustache.
Yes. I simply had it trimmed. Is supper ready?
Any minute, Bertie says.
Very well. Come in and sit down here for a moment, my boy. I want to talk to you.
Me?
Yes, you.
Gosh, Unc, I don't think you got a thing on me right now.
I'm not accusing you of wrongdoing, young man. Is that the only subject you can think of for conversation with me?
Well, it seems to come up pretty often. But if you just want chit-chat, I'll tell you about the horror picture I saw this afternoon. The Mummy's Claw.
I don't want any chit-chat.
It's about a mummy that came back to life as a zombie.
That's enough of that.
But, Unc...
Leroy, I want to ask you a question. Are you happy here in this house?
Well, sure. Yeah, I like it fine, Unc. You're not thinking of throwing me out, are you?
No, Leroy. I loved you very dearly. Some of the time. What I want to know is, would you like it if we moved to some other house, in another neighborhood?
And not live near Piggy and the gang?
Well, you can still see him now and then.
Oh, please, Unc, we don't want to move. It's swell here.
Hello, Uncle Mort. What about supper?
Any minute, Marjorie. I was just talking to Leroy.
You look peculiar, Uncle Mort. What have you done to yourself?
Nothing.
It's his mustache.
Well, it gets awfully hot in the summer, Margie, so I just thought...
Oh, I think it looks cute.
Well, thank you.
Hey, Marge, you don't want to move to a new house, do you?
New house? Now what's got into you?
To me, nothing. It's Uncle Mort.
Leroy, I'll handle it.
So what is this? You're not thinking of leaving this house.
Well, not exactly, my dear. It was, I just wanted to get your reaction.
Oh, but Uncle Mort, I've lived in this house for more than 20 years. Leroy was born here. I love it. I love every room, every squeaky board in the stairs, every rattle in the window.
All right, my dear, all right. I just thought you might like a little more room. The old Burton house, for instance.
Burton's? Oh, my gosh, Unc, it's got 3 acres of lawn.
Uncle Mort, it's miles from anywhere.
Oh, it's not so far.
Oh, I know why you're thinking about moving. Leela Ransom wants to live in the Burton house. That's what it is.
Oh, but Marjorie, it was just a suggestion.
I bet it was her idea, fooling with your mustache, too. I don't like that now, either.
Supper's ready.
My dear, if you don't want to, we won't move to the Burton house.
My land, did you say move in the Burton house?
And now, Bertie.
Because if you're going to live in that house, you have to revise your kitchen personnel.
Hey!
But, Bertie, what's the matter with the Burton house?
Mr. Gildersleeve, I don't want you to think I'm superstitious, but that house is haunted.
It's haunted? Why, that's nonsense. Whatever gave you that idea?
Well, everybody knows that old Mr. Burton shot old Miss Burton in that house, and one time I was walking past it with a gentleman's friend, and we heard the scariest noise I ever heard in my life.
What kind of a noise, Bertie?
Well, like something out of this world.
Leroy!
That's the exact sound, Leroy.
Sure, that's the noise of a zombie that used to be a mummy.
Stop it, Leroy. That's horrible. Bertie, when you and your gentleman friend heard this sound, didn't he investigate?
No, sir. By the time he caught up with me, we was 2 miles away.
I'll go.
Fine time for anybody to be calling on us.
Oh, that's
By George, here he is. It's supper time again. Hello, Judge.
I can't stay, Throckmorton. I stopped in to tell you I just found out the Burton estate would be willing to make a substantial reduction in that.
Judge, I've decided not to go into that any further.
Oh, so it was Judge Hooker's idea for us to move. What's going on here?
What do you mean, my dear?
Why is everybody trying to get us out of this house?
Now, Marjorie, I just found out that the Burton estate is willing to make your uncle a very favorable offer.
Estate? By George, I begin to see the light. Estates have executors, don't they, Judge?
Why, of course they do, you darn fool. What's that got to do with it?
I dare say the executor of this particular estate would make a pretty penny in fees if this particular house were sold, would he not?
It's just a set fee prescribed by statute.
Answer my question.
I did.
All right. Now, who is the executor of this estate?
Now, Gildy, that's neither here nor there. It just happens this particular executor prefers to remain anonymous.
Oh, he does, eh? This particular executor wouldn't happen to be named Horace W. Hooker, would he, Horace Hooker?
Well, it just happens.
Case dismissed. Let's get to dinner.
The Great Gildersleeve will be with us again in a few seconds. Meanwhile, if you've noticed that it's a case of first come, first served at your neighborhood grocery store, you've probably taken the hint and planned your shopping early in the day and early in the week. That's the best way to provide variety and balance in family meals. And it's also good insurance that your dealer will have on hand the outstanding red stamp values like Parquet, the quality margarine made by Kraft. Parquet sells very fast these days, and no wonder. Millions of people have found that for just 5 red ration points, they can buy a pound of a fine-tasting spread for bread that's also a delicious seasoning for cooked vegetables. They've learned, too, that Parquet margarine is a real flavor shortening for home baking, and that it's grand for pan frying. Now, if the growing popularity of Parquet margarine in your neighborhood, combined with wartime shortages, have made your dealer supply run out, ask him for Parquet again soon, for Kraft is doing everything possible to keep all dealers supplied. Ask for Parquet, the Vitamin A Fortified Energy Spread, spelled P-A-R-K-A-Y, Parquet margarine. Now let's get back to Summerfield, where a picnic seems to be afoot. It's a lovely Saturday morning, and Leela Ransom, who proposed the idea, has promised to lead the way to an ideal spot, complete with brook.
Come on, Leroy, and watch that hook.
Okay, Unc. Bertie, get ready to cook plenty of fish tonight. You've never tasted fish like I'm going to catch.
No, and you ain't never caught them.
Come on, Leroy. I told Mrs. Ransom I'd be over there at 11:30.
I'll be right with you. Let me see now. Have I got everything? Fishing rod, reel, bait, hook, bobber,
Come on.
scout knife, canteen, folding camp kit. Where's my camp kit?
Leroy, we're only going for the afternoon.
I know. Oh, here it is. Now, spyglass, compass.
Compass. The place is only a mile from here. We can't get lost.
Flash. I forgot my flashlight.
Leroy, we will be back before supper.
I know. I just like to take it.
That Leroy sure gets excited. He's going to burn himself out before he's 15.
Yeah. What does he want to drag all that stuff along for? I'm late now.
Mr. Gildersleeve, you sure you don't want me to pack nothing for you?
No, Bertie. Mrs. Ransom said she wanted to make you lunch.
Yes, sir. I just wondered, does she know your capacity?
Huh? Well, I wouldn't worry much about that.
You wouldn't want me to just wrap up a few pieces of chocolate cake. I got one just fresh out the oven.
You have, huh? Well, that sounds mighty good, Bertie. I might just call her up and ask her, huh?
After all, you got to have something to keep body and soul together.
Yeah. Hello. Leela? Pooji. I just called Huh? Oh, we will, Leela. We'll be right over. I'm just waiting for Leroy. He's gone to find Huh? Oh, I see. I guess I misunderstood, Leela. Oh, sure. Sure, I think it'd be nicer that way. I'll fix it.
Oh, that's Leroy coming in on a wing and a prayer.
All set, Unc. Let's go.
Oh, Leroy, I'm afraid there's been a little misunderstanding, my boy. It's my fault. You see, I thought you were invited.
You mean I can't go with you? I can't go on the picnic?
It's all my fault, my boy, and I'm sorry.
Gosh, I never even used my folding camp kit.
I know, and I'll make it up to you, Leroy, some way. You see, Mrs. Ransom and I have a lot of things to talk over. You know, about weddings and such.
Yeah, it's okay, Unc. It's okay.
I'll tell you what. Why don't you get Piggy and go on a picnic of your own?
Well, it's an idea.
Leroy, you come with me. I'm going to fix you up a nice picnic lunch with all the things you like.
Yeah, do that, Bertie. That'll be great. Huh, Leroy?
Yes, sir. And ain't no grown-ups going to get none of that chocolate cake, neither, no matter how much they come begging around.
Oh, now, Bertie, just one little piece.
No, sir, not one. Now, you go on out of here and leave me and Leroy alone.
I'm going, Bertie. By George, I envy you, Leroy. All that delicious cake. I wish I were going with you and Piggy. That's what I wish.
I wish you were too, Unc.
Yeah. Have a good time.
Gosh. Now, Leroy, it wasn't your uncle's fault.
I know whose fault it was. Invites you to a picnic and then changes her mind. What a character. I bet she's going to drag him out there and try to sell him that house again.
Oh, my goodness.
Don't worry. She won't get away with it.
Throckmorton, don't you want me to help you carry that heavy old basket?
Why, this is nothing at all, Leela. I could carry it with my little finger.
Well, don't try. There's a thermos bottle in it. Oh, you don't mind if I stop in here for a minute at the drugstore?
Oh, not at all.
I'll get all freckly if I don't, and you wouldn't love me with freckles on my nose, would you, Throckmorton?
Oh, hello, Mrs. Ransom.
Morning, Mr. Peavy.
And Mr. Gildersleeve. Well, quite a little gathering.
Lovely day, isn't it, Mr. Peavy?
It is indeed. Oh, I see you're carrying a picnic basket there, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Yeah. Yeah, picnic basket.
Going on a picnic?
Yeah. Peavy, you're positively psychic.
Well, no, I wouldn't say that. Mrs. Peavy is the psychic member of the family.
Mrs. Peavy is psychic?
Off and on, yes. She has what is called second sight.
Second sight? That stuff is a lot of bunk.
Well, now, I don't know, Mr. Gildersleeve. Mrs. Peavy does some pretty strange things. She often sees things that are coming.
Did she see you coming?
Mr. Gildersleeve. But I'll tell you, one experience of hers is pretty hard to explain. Mrs. Peavy had a dream one night.
Everybody has dreams. I have them all the time.
I know. But...
even cats have dreams.
I wouldn't care to dispute you on that, Mr. Gildersleeve. But I was telling you about Mrs. Peavy. She dreamed one night that there was a very bad thunderstorm.
Yes?
Well, as a housewife, Mrs. Ransom, I don't have to tell you what a thunderstorm does to milk.
Turns it sour.
Exactly.
I suppose the next morning you woke up and the milk was sour.
No, stranger than that. The next morning, the milkman delivered us a bottle of buttermilk by mistake.
Peavy, I wouldn't have believed it if you hadn't told me yourself.
And that's not all.
Yeah?
The night Mrs. Peavy dreamed about the thunderstorm, there was a thunderstorm.
Oh, so she wasn't dreaming at all.
That's what I say. There are a lot of things in this world you can't explain.
Peavy, if you believe that, you believe anything. I suppose you believe in ghosts, too.
Well, no, I wouldn't say that, but I wouldn't say I don't either.
I suppose you believe this story about the old Burton place now being haunted.
The Burton place haunted?
Well, people have heard some strange things going on in there.
Why, nonsense. Just because a man happens to murder his wife, what's strange about that?
Murder?
Well, it was some years ago, Leela. Don't tell me you're superstitious, too.
Oh, gosh, now, Throckmorton, don't be silly. Well, shall we be going?
Oh, yes, let's get started.
Oh, gracious, I'm forgetting what I came in for. I'd like a jar of your cucumber sunburn cream, please.
Sorry, Mrs. Ransom, but we've had a little more demand for that than we expected. We've just run out of it.
Oh.
You must have run out of second sight at the same time, Peavy. Goodbye.
Goodbye, folks. Have a nice picnic.
Leela, you're wonderful. You know, I never realized you were such a wonderful cook.
Why, the only thing we had that was cooked, Throckmorton, was the hard-boiled eggs.
I know, but they were wonderful.
Well, I must say I never saw a man put away so many. Are you sure you had enough?
I couldn't eat another thing. Why, have you got some left over?
No. Well, what shall we do now? I'll tell you what. I'll race you down to the brook.
Oh, Leela, race. I couldn't.
I'll bet you can't touch me, Throckmorton.
Oh, don't, Leela. I'm too full. Come back over here and lie down on the grass beside me.
All right, then.
Right here, huh?
Oh, this is nice. Look at those clouds up there. Aren't they beautiful?
Uh-huh.
Like little woolly lambs.
Uh-huh.
Throckmorton.
Uh-huh.
What are you thinking?
I wish I'd eaten one less pickle.
Oh, this is no time to be thinking about pickles. Isn't it gorgeous up here on this hill?
Oh, yes, it is.
And isn't it a gorgeous view?
Yes, it is. Gorgeous.
And that little clump of trees down below there with a white house nestling among them.
Gorgeous.
Throckmorton, you know what? I believe that's the Burton house.
Huh? Yeah, I guess it is.
What do you say on our way home if we stop off and just peek into it?
Now, Leela, you know what you said.
I know, but we have to pass there anyway, just for a minute.
But we couldn't see anything, Leela. It's all boarded up.
Yes, I suppose it is. You know what? I believe... Wait till I look in my handbag. Yes, sir. Now, what do you think of that?
What?
I just happen to have a key to the house. Judge Hooker left it with me.
Yeah?
Now, isn't that a coincidence?
All right. Let's get it over with. Yes, Leela?
Come in here. Come see what I found.
Oh? Where are you?
In here.
Yeah, looks as if somebody's broken in here, Leela. All this mess around.
Now, wait a minute. Close your eyes.
Why?
I want this to be a surprise. Let me take your hand.
No tricks.
All right. Open them. Now, this would be your den.
Looks like the House of Representatives to me.
Don't you like it?
It's too big, Leela. The whole place is too big.
Oh, but I think it has charm, Throckmorton. I think it has definite charm.
Yeah, it has gloom, too. It's as dark as your hat in here.
Well, the shutters are closed, silly.
I know, but I like a place with plenty of light, Leela. I like a place with people around.
Did you hear something just then?
Sounded like something falling.
Throckmorton, where did he do it?
Where did what?
Mr. Burton, where did he shoot Mrs. Burton?
How do I know? I wasn't there. I mean, here.
Oh, this time I know I heard something.
Now, Leela, don't get frightened. After all, you're with me.
Oh, I wish we'd never come in here. I wish I'd... Listen, it's in that closet.
What?
Whatever it is, it's in that closet. Take me out of here. Take me out of here.
Yeah, all right, Leela, but first I'm going to lock that thing in the closet.
Oh, darling,
Oh, I'm not afraid. There.
Oh, Throckmorton, come quickly, please.
Never fear, my dear. As long as you're with me, you've got nothing to be afraid of. Shall we go?
Oh, yes. I never want to come near this house again as long as I Throckmorton, let's get away from this awful place.
Leela, you stay here. Now that you're safe, I'm going back in the house.
And leave me alone here?
Oh, you'll be perfectly safe here. But I'm going back there and find out what that was.
Oh, Throckmorton, I wish you wouldn't.
Remember, if anything happens, Judge Hooker has my will.
Now be careful, you hear?
I'll bet that kid was scared to death when he heard me lock the door. I bet he thought I was never coming back. All right, Leroy. You can come out now, Leroy. Leroy, come out of there. Leroy. It's empty. That's funny. Could have sworn it was Leroy. Sounded like Leroy. Oh, my goodness. Leroy!
Oh, what a character. Yeah. Good night, everybody.
Music heard on this program was under the direction of Claude Sweet. If you'd like to see pictures of the Great Gildersleeve and some of the members of the cast, they're in the current issue of Radio Mirror. This is Ken Carpenter speaking for the Kraft Cheese Company and inviting you to listen in again next week for the further adventures of the Great Gildersleeve.
One of the wartime problems you homemakers face is that of keeping meals from seeming skimpy. So here's a suggestion. When you're planning a vegetable dinner or when you have just a small amount of meat for the family, serve the vegetables or meat in a cream sauce in the center of a delicious macaroni and cheese ring. And make that ring the quick way with Kraft Dinner. Each Kraft Dinner package contains a special macaroni and some Kraft grated. Just 7 minutes cooking, and you have fluffy, tender macaroni with cheese goodness through and through. For the ring, you merely press the hot Kraft Dinner macaroni and cheese in a mold for just a moment. Still easier is Kraft Dinner served as is without fixing. Kraft Dinner is nourishing, economical, and so good. A box of it gives enough macaroni and cheese for a family of 4 and takes just one single red ration point. Notice that, one red ration point for Kraft Dinner. Ask your dealer for Kraft Dinner soon. This program came to you from Hollywood. This is the National Broadcasting Company.